Inferno is going to be our first map, with Mirage the second, and Dust 2 our final map. So Dust 2 is going to be our ending map if we get to that. But Inferno is going to be the starter. Does that change much, do you think?
It's hard to tell, because I feel like Inferno, it's going to be a map which TPG might be quite comfortable on. Obviously, it's not their pick. They picked Mirage.
Yeah.
But I feel like TPO, they're obviously a team who might be a bit more strat-heavy and a little bit more prepared for these sort of scenarios. So if they turn up strongly on Inferno, they've got a really good advantage going into their map pick of Inferno.
Inferno, very similar to Mirage, is one of those maps that if you aren't able to execute the strats, if you don't have utility available, those smokes, those flashes, they aren't in the prime locations, you just lose the map, because they are so utility heavy. If you just miss up anything, then you can lose a site, you can lose a round, and it could be crucial, and that could reset your economy, and then everything could just go spiraling out of control. As you were correctly saying, Louis, TPO on paper are the much more methodical team. They've got the strats in their back pocket. With Undying, they are a little more puggy. Just for an explanation of what puggy means, that is kind of a here and there play style. They don't have any real strats. They just go in, they play as a squad, and then they just try and work off the back of each other, which is always nice. It's good to see teamwork like that, but sometimes it can not play in your favour, because you don't have those strategies in your back pocket to be able to bring out.
It's a lot more loose in that
sense.
It is.
It's very loose. It's very loose. And for some teams, that works incredibly well. For instance, one of the pro teams, Furia, recently, their play style isn't methodical. It's very much, let's blast into a site and let's just go straight away. Which can work, but again, it very much depends on your opponents and how they kind of display themselves as well. Maybe you want to start out puggy, you want to go for these contact plays, you want to go slow, and then you want to blast onto a site, or you just want to be playing utility. For a map like Inferno, utility is needed to play. That just is how it works. It needs to happen. If you don't work around those call-outs, you don't work around all the utility that you can throw out, then it is going to cause some major issues. Everyone's looking kind of calm, which is good. You've got no one with jitters. Everyone's looking okay. You can see the Undying and the TPO squads, they are now going to be loading into the server.
Was it one of the players on Undying who sort of said, oh, we're going to have to keep one of our players calm at least? Of course, TPO, not quite the underdogs, the favourites.
Yeah, no, the favourites, and on paper they are expected to just steamroll Undying, who are the 4th seed instead of TPO's 1st seed, meaning that they are, of course, fully expected to win the event, while Undying, not so much, which is an interesting way of pairing the two teams up, but it puts Undying through their paces, and I feel like if they win this, they've got a huge opportunity to be able to potentially win the rest of the season as well. Considering they're going up against the Highland Fatties and 4 Dimensions, who are playing up against each other later on, one of those two teams will be qualifying and going on to the finals tomorrow, which can be quite an interesting series in of itself. A little bit of stats for you. TPO is the only team in the entire season to beat the Highland Fatties in of themselves, and 4 Dimensions and the Highland Fatties both beat Undying, and they are the two games that they dropped. TPO and Undying have not played each other in the Scottish Esports League season. However, I had a talk with the coach of Undying earlier, and he was mentioning that they have played a couple of scrims against them, just trying to work out what's going on, try out some new strats. So that could be beneficial, it could be incredibly detrimental. We'll just have to, of course, wait and see.
We're almost ready, though, hopefully.
How many times have we said that now? How many times have we said that we're almost ready?
Too many?
We need to start counting. I'm going to start writing down how many times you said we're almost ready.
He's actually got a pen. He's actually writing down how
many
times.
There is a pen. There is a pen and paper. It's all sorted.
But I just want to touch on the maps very briefly. Obviously, we're starting on Inferno, which we've said quite a strat-heavy map. Then we go on to Mirage afterwards. That's
exactly the same. It's just like very similar sort of map with Mirage, which is incredibly utility heavy and very strat heavy. Sounds like game is live. Did you hear that? Am I going crazy?
I heard that.
Okay, that's always good. So game is live. There we go. And we're in our pistol round. We have TPO Esports on our CT side and Undying on our T side. Mefu going to be the first one to really open up anything, with Freestar looking to be able to tap down Frame. No real connections as of yet, but Mefu's going to be able to open it up, shutting down 3-star. Sned going to be looking to join the phrase. He's going to begin pushing on up.
He's one of the newest players to this Undying roster. Dobby does have some control of the apartments towards Beam. Lizarders will be there in support for now. TPO don't really have that much intel on how the Ts are approaching this early round. It's still quite slow, still quite passive. It's Undying. It's not quite common to see like these slow rounds being played out that often.
No, I didn't expect to see Undying's pistol round to be slow like this. I fully expected it to be kind of quite quick. Arcade's going to actually get shut down by Frame, and Kyle's going to be able to shut down Frame as well. Very quick trade, and now in a 4 versus 3 situation when it looks like B site is going to be the site of choice. Hendo's looking to be able to tap down one. He's fully flashed though. He's completely white. He's not going to be able to do much else. Lizardus with a pistol now. Going to be running up with the rest of his team. Oh, there's a knife. Mephu, what are you doing, man? Tap's coming out for Wolfie. Shut down 3 of them. Dear Lord, what's going on? Sned now, last guy remaining. Doesn't have the bomb available. Bomb is very much dropped in enemy territory. Sned pushing up with the Glock. Little bit of jitters. Going to be able to tap down Kyle, but minimal damage. Kyle's going to be able to shut him down. A fantastic 3K coming on through from Wolfie, and then Kyle picking up the final 2 as well. And while it was very nice to see that knife kill coming on through from Undying from Mephu, puts him in a decent spot, but they're not really going to be able to capitalise. Frames picked up a negative. What's going on?
I don't know why he's got this. They're going to... I don't know if they're even meant to force into this. What? I
have a feeling there's some form of issue.
Yes.
Because that doesn't usually happen, believe it or not. You don't just kill your teammates out of spawn. Lizardus with a deagle in hand and 60 HP. He's looking to be able to deep down one, but it's not going to happen. Was that just the strat?
I think they meant to do that.
Do you think they actually meant to do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
it was an eco.
The round's not reset. I mean, that is a very bold way of playing things.
So 2 strange rounds already.
I mean, we haven't been told that was a forfeit round. Like, they did that. That's okay. So that's how round number 2 went. That isn't usually how eco rounds go at all. Pistol shot going to be coming on through, and it looks like they're going to be able to tag down their own teammate. What is going on? Scottish Esports at its finest. 2-0 to TPO Esports. Undying have actually picked up full weaponries this time. Mephu's going to be on the AWP, but Frame's going to be able to take down Mephu. I have no clue what's going on.
I really don't know what's going on.
Everyone's running around with knives. It looks like, we have just been told that, there are a couple of issues again. And that's why the consistent team killing is coming around. 3-star is going to be killing himself. Hendo's going to be able to take down 2. And all they're going to be doing in this situation now is literally just ensuring that aim is trained and ensuring that they aren't going to get rusty in these last couple of moments.
I'm just a little bit sort of speechless at this point.
It came out of nowhere, didn't it? It was very much they've keyed all their teammates.
And I was thinking because it was an eco round as well. It's like
maybe they did it just to get the round over and done with, because Undying had that full buy then. They had the AWP available, but it doesn't look like the teams are live, of course. Yep, more tech issues. Wouldn't be a CS event without them.
Yes,
it's kind of a staple of Counter-Strike events. Doesn't matter who's organising it. You can do months of prep, and there'll always be tech issues. Even the massive majors. It's kind of an ongoing joke now, isn't it? That you'll have like at least a 45-minute delay on most CSGO events, which is it happens. There's a lot of things which can affect Counter-Strike, but it looks like none of the teams are. They're not phased. They're still happy to continue the way that they are continuing. So
you can see the smiles on some of the players as well, at least.
Exactly. Which is what you love to see. They're not taking it too seriously right now. It looks like the coach is calling for a redo. Not too sure if they're going to start from pistol or if they're going to start from
the 1-0.
Yeah, from the 1-0. It'd be interesting to see, depending on when the issue started. It looked like the round, there was a lot of typing in the beginning of the first half, meaning that leads me to believe that potentially they are just going to reset completely. But we are not too sure. See, even some young fans with us as well, which is fantastic to see. You got everyone.
It's good.
It is good. You love to see it.
Promoting it to a large audience.
What is he doing? No dabbing. No dabbing in the audience. No, none of that. You can boo him. It's all good.
No.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, so it looks like there was a couple of technical issues with the spectators, and everyone could, I believe, see each other. So, potentially why some of the things happened as they did.
Yes.
Potentially why they went for their knife kill when they could have. Like I said, not a usual round, but it looks like we are going to have a complete restart. We want to ensure everyone is level. Want to ensure that everyone has a fun time. I mean, someone's not going to have a fun time. They're going to lose.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. That's how events work. You can't have a draw consistently. There we go. Yep. Just confirm. Restarting back to round number 1. Everything's up and ready, and we see you.
Did the guy next to him just try and dab? I hope not.
We need to... Just
no
don't draw attention to it. If we don't draw attention to it, then they stop doing it. That's how it works.
Shocking behaviour.
Absolutely appalling. I can't believe that they would bring this to our esports event.
But Inferno, strat heavy.
Yes, I mean, we've said it time and time again, and we haven't been able to see any of these strats come out. But that starting round from Undying gives me hope, actually. Yeah. Yes, they lost it, but it was slow. It was methodical. It was not what we fully expected at all. We fully expected them to just be gung-ho, let's sprint onto a site. And we did kind of see that from Frame. He was able to sprint onto the A site, and yes, he picked up a couple of frags, but he was shut down. And eventually, the player who shut him down did clutch out the round and secure it for the TPO squad. So maybe Undying are going to play this slightly differently. Maybe they are going to play it more methodical, or maybe they are just going to sprint into a site this time. Maybe they've learnt their lesson that slow is not a best idea for them. But they are going to replay the entire game.
TPO.
I want to see some CSGO, Louis. I do. Just show me some Counter-Strike.
We've been delayed. I don't know how long we've been delayed now, like half an hour?
It happens. Like I said, it happens.
All good.
Caster's curse. I did say it was running too smoothly. So here we go. Pistol round underway. Match starting in 10 seconds. We're going to be seeing a fairly laid out buy from both sides. Pistols across the board, of course, on the first round. And we're going to be seeing a little bit of utility available as well from both Undying and TPO Esports.
Okay, he'll be on the kit for the TPO side on the defensive end. Undying.
Where's he taking that? Is it over towards the A site? Yeah.
Kit is towards A. C3 Star wants to be aggressive early on, but actually he's just going to fall away. TPO, no early aggression, no early intel for them just yet. It's Undying working towards apartments, working in towards B. And so far the CTs with a very passive setup, so much focus on short.
3-star looking to be able to be the first person to open up this round. Jiggle peeking that corner just in case someone's going to peek it. He seems to know there's a couple of people there. Dobby quite close. Soon to be peeking. Flash going to be coming on through, and here comes the tap from 3-star. While he connects onto the chest, it's not going to be enough. Sned and Dobby shut him down, and that's going to be your first frag going to the way of Undying. You've got 1 minute and 10 left on the clock. Still a lot of time remaining for Undying to kind of work with, but TPO kind of quaking in their boots now that they've lost one of their main players. Hendo, RK, Kylst, and Wolfie. Preps and waiting. Of course, Kylus and RK going to be the 2 players holding towards the A site. TPO still going to be holding 2 players on B just in case. Pop Flash comes on through. Sned. Oh, he doesn't peek the corner. Oh, dear Lord. It's all falling apart. Kylus has shot down 2 again. Dear Lord. Sned shuts down 1. Frame another. And now on a 3 versus 2. The rotation is going to be coming on through from TPO Esports. What a blunder. Sned could have picked up that first frag, but wasn't able to as he didn't check the corner correctly. Hendo. Jiggling himself, spots out Lizardus, but is he going to be able to do anything? No, he's not. Lizardus shuts him down fairly close and from range as well. And well, first round went slightly differently as Undying's going to be able to take him down. And hey, none of that. None of the crouching on enemies. None of that BM. 1-0 to Undying, and they're in a decent spot now. Economy's looking pretty decent, of course, on round number 2. A lot of frags across the board. A couple of double kills coming on through from Sned and Lizardus themselves. So they're going to be able to get fully automatics across the board. Same cannot be said for TPO.
2 nades, a smoke on the CT side.
They can work out very well. They line up these frags.
Not too damaging, really. Frame does fall to 76. That's about it. Hendo, what an angle he's got to work with, but at least Frame was prepared for it. The UMP will at least spray down the first. Undying, get the man advantage.
Very similar round to what we've seen in round number 1. The man advantage going to the way of Undying. Of course, not the same person becoming the first frag. Dobby still going to be holding inside of apartment. Wolfie going to be holding just on the balconies, looking for someone to take down. 3-star on the off angle, looking for a tap. But, oh dear Lord, Sned just sprayed down his teammate, basically. 3-star's going to be able to take down 1. That's going to be Frame on the deck. Wolfie, ooh, almost punishing him, but not going to be able to. RK, the last guy remaining, but the rotation has been called on out. Smoke going to be deployed directly onto the site. Grenade as well. RK's not going to be taking any damage from that. Looking for the knife kill, but he's going to be staying on the A site. He's going to be safe. Bomb's going to be planted on B, and that's 4 versus 1. The round is very much going to the way of Undying.
And that was pretty much what we expected. Obviously, there was no investment or minimal investment from the TPO side, and RK might just be looking to maybe an exit kill here. pick up a weapon, maybe take out an SMG or something.
I don't think Undying's going to risk it. I think
No.
they are just going to stay onto the B site as much as they can. Of course, taking these weapons through to the next round is going to be fantastic. Lizardus and Mephu, both the players with the kind of real powerhouse weapons with the AK and the Krieg in hand.
It wouldn't necessarily matter either if like Sned and Dobby fell because they've only got SMGs.
They're fairly
but
low. Yeah, and they've already got money that they can play with in the next round. A lot of money to play with as well. Frame's going up to 7k, so he's potentially going to be able to pick up an AWP in this round as well.
TPO, this is where they'll be looking to respond. They've got the money. Won't be able to get an AWP, but at least get M4s across the board. A UMP still on RK, so he will just get a little bit of an upgrade on what he had at the end of last round. Undying, no AWP for them. Instead, an SMG and AK is also going to be invested for them. Again, just going to be going for default. Up Banana is where two of the players early on are looking for some sort of control. TPO aren't going to be aggressive, and they, in fact, have only got two for now towards being already rotating players over.
So it's quite interesting to see, because usually TPO would hold a player directly outside of Banana. They'd be holding just on the top towards Cart. But, of course, nobody home in this situation. Pop Flash is going to be coming on through, and that is going to blind out Frame, but no one to really capitalise off the back of it. RK basically wasted a flash and showed that he was actually on the site. Still a split, still leading more towards the B site than the A site. Smoke going to be deployed, and that double peek I really like. It worked out very, very well for them in the first round in the pistol, yeah. And didn't work as well in this round, but we've only 58 seconds remaining on the clock. We are going to have to see some rotations. Frame and Lizardus going to be taking a little bit of damage from that nade. No damage from the fire. And here comes the boost. Frame setting up his aim just in case someone's going to peek it, but nobody home as of yet. 40 seconds left. Undying have got to make a play right now, right? Because it's still 5 versus 5. They could very much lose this round if they are too late on the site. And this is the kind of puggy play style that we fully expected them to kind of display.
5 players up Banana. Undying, they have to commit. It's a do or die moment for them at this point. They've all got smokes. Frame will at least set off a Molotov towards Dark, and now the push comes in. Now Hendo has to find something. RK will be rotating, but he will be smoked off. Oh, what a hole by them. They'll find at least 4 of them between them. Sned's got 2 at least. A good headshot on the second, but RK will at least clean up. TPO get there first.
Yeah, Wolfie just lined all 3 of those players up. Finished off 3 players that his teammate were helping out with. That's going to be Hendo. But Hendo and Wolfie completely held their own on that site. So no real complaints from TPO. Undying left it too late. The set play element didn't really come through. They didn't pop flashes or pop smokes for anything close. They fully expected players to be holding back more towards Graveyard and Emo. But of course, that was not the case. Grenade going to be deployed inside of me. Kylus is going to be able to open up to be able to shut down Dobby, but Kylus is still taking a lot of damage. He's going to be holding inside of Bedroom, but fairly safe. Oh, free start. Absolutely ripping the head off of Frame. And he's going to be able to take down Mephi as well through the smoke. He's not going down quietly. Lizardus with a deagle in hand and Sned. They're both going to be looking for at least one deag in this round, just to be able to potentially save a weapon moving into round number 5. But at this current momentum, it's not looking like it's going to happen. Sned, close angle towards the B site, spots out one, isn't able to connect, but there's Lizardus through the wall, shuts down one. He's looking for Kylus, but not going to be able to do so. Even a body shot would have done it, but caught off guard, caught with his trousers down. 2-2. TPO level us back to a level field.
Undying will have some weapons to work with in this round. Mephu, he'll get the first AWP out. TPO yet to really invest in the long-range scout weapon for now. A couple of AKs are there for TPO, at least one on Hendo.
We're going to be seeing an AWP coming on through for Mephu now as well, who hasn't actually had any success in picking up a frag right now. So we are going to be looking for that pick inside of mid. Nade going to be deployed to be able to drop Frame down to 81, and potentially he's just going to be a bluff. Going to be able to do a little bit of damage to Kylus. He gets caught crossing, but there's Mephu's first frag. Shuts down Kylus, and oh dear lord, that smoke absolutely scared the living daylights out of Sned. But he is going to be able to get shut down by 3-star, bringing us now down to a 4 versus 4. Fairly level playing field as well, with the weaponry of choice from both teams. Fully automatics across the board, with the exception of Mephu's AWP. RK is going to get dropped down to 41 HP, which brings the health advantage well into Undying's court.
Undying early on, they were having plans to really send the bomb towards A, and TPM, they're starting to be a little bit aggressive down towards Banana. They've at least got the angle towards Sandbags.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. They need to directly push onto the site right now. The only person going to be holding it is 3-star. But we've seen him do well before. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it again. Spot the head of Dobby. Dobby, what are you doing, man? How'd you not see that? Spray going to be coming on through, and off the back of Wolfie's flash, he's going to be able to help Mount Spray once more. But nope. Frame with the quick one-tap shuts down Wolfie. Now on the retakes, I hope TPO have been practicing them. Hendo and Arcade pushing directly through mid now, and now we have Lizardus holding in Boiler. He likes his position with his Lizard cold blood. He likes getting close to the... Oh, wait, was that too much?
You're trying too hard.
Am I trying too hard?
Yeah.
Okay, going to begin his rotation, and he's going to be coming up the stairs. He's looking to shut down Lizardus. He has no idea he's there. Not long left on the timer now on that bomb. Around about 25 seconds remaining. And they've got to think about trying to defuse. They do have defusers. They could do this, but it looks like they have just kind of cut their losses. They're going for these exit frags. Spray going to be coming on through from Hendo. They shut down Lizardus, and they're going to be able to shut down Frame as well. Okay. But Mephi, he's got full armor. He's got full HP, and he's going to be able to save himself as he hides inside of Pit. 2 players surviving for TPO, but they lose the round as the bomb goes off as Undying take a third. But it puts them in an awkward position. Yes, they're going to be able to buy these weapons in this next round, but they're going to be suboptimal. Frame's going to be on a Galil, so is Sned, but Frame doesn't have armor, but he does have utility. As long as he can use this and not get picked up early on, maybe this round can still go their way, but TPO Esports, after saving those 2 weapons in the previous round, a much more advantageous position for himself. Molotov going to be going off, and very, very close for Frame to be taking damage there, but he is safe for now. Spray coming on through from Kylus, dear lord. Yep, easy lineup, easy double tap, shuts down Dobby. Dobby wasn't expecting it. Okay, looking for Frame. So close yet so far.
I think he just spotted ahead of him just.
It was millimeters. It was like he saw the breath exit his mouth.
Undying, they are going to try and at least commit to the A site here. Just looking in apartments. They do have Sned and for now Frame holding in. Again, that double peek is going to come in. I feel like that double peek is going to be so important.
It is, because Kylus has been holding that angle, and obviously he was very aggressive to be able to pick up that first pick onto Dobby. Just being able to get those 2 Undying players in that position early on can really, really help out and potentially take down Kylus and stopping any form of retake. However, here comes the push. Mephi's going to be able to take down one, and boys, you got to look behind you. What's going on? Spray coming on through for Kyle. He's running out of ammo. They have no idea he's there. He's taken down 3 so far, and there's your 4th of your pistol. He picks up 2 pistol kills. He picks up 2 AK kills. They don't look behind him. They don't know where they're getting shot from, and the round is won by Kylus.
He shouldn't be allowed to get all 4 of those kills.
Not at all. Not at all. He should get shut down instantly by that first player. They didn't check the angle at all, which is an interesting one.
And Undying, did they just not communicate that or something?
I don't think they did.
Feels like they should have done.
They didn't communicate at all in that situation, and, well, that's clearly their downfall. Pistols for Undying now. Louis, what they got to do to get back in this round? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Nothing. Oh, okay. Maybe the comeback. Here comes the spray down once more from Kylus, but Lizardus is going to be able to pick up a deagle shot. That's going to be his 2nd of the round. 2nd headshot as well, and while it wasn't a 1 league, it was still quite clean. 3 versus 1. If Lizardus can pick up a weapon here, he's fairly in a decent spot, right?
TPO, they've also lost a orb. Lizardus could at least go and maybe retrieve it and maybe save it.
He's in a decent spot to be able to do so. No one's going to be holding inside the mid right now, so if he can pick that up and save it, this round's kind of a win for Undying off the back of the eco. God, millimeters. Look at the map. Oh. God, that smoke just dissipating. Okay, that's an idea. And he missed the no-scope! God, the panic on that man. I've never seen a more panicked flick in my entire life. It's like, oh God, there's someone there.
TPO at least come out on top in a round which
it was expected. Yeah, it was kind of expected. But of course, Lizard picking up those 2 1Ds do put Undying in a decent spot. But of course, it's still going to be pistols.
Yeah, Undying, their economy's not looking too good at the moment. They will have to just go for an eco. Just a 1 upgraded pistol for them at the moment. And maybe they're going to try a rush towards B. They've not done that yet. That's what they're looking to do. TPO will have a couple players.
Dear Lord. Hello, Astralis. It is me. TPO with 2 fantastic grenades, basically ripping to pieces the Undying side. Sned's going to be able to take down his own teammate. Kylus looking to be able to shut down the remaining 2 players. Oh, he's going slow. Don't knife him. Come on. Thank God he didn't do that. Sned took down another one of his teammates, took down Lizardus as well.
2 team kills.
I think 2 team kills in the same round. I think Sned took down 2. Fraser, can we get that on a replay, please?
He'll hate us for that.
TPO in a really good spot right now, right? Because they've begun this kind of snowball effect. They've picked up round after round very quickly and very dominantly. And while it looked like Undying were going to take the lead, 3 rounds back-to-back now go to the way of TPO Esports.
Undying, they'll have to really just be careful now. They've got weapons left to make sure they play this absolutely correctly. C3 start aggressive. Might have just heard Dobby, but I think both of them will at least miss each other for now.
That was very bold. I mean, it's usually Kyle peeking those sort of angles, not 3-star. He just sprinted straight up through apartments looking for one, but Dobby is going to be able to regain a foothold here. Molotov going to be deployed, but he is going to be safe.
Wolfie, he'll at least pick off one towards the B site. And, well, Matthew, there's a trade kill at least coming in, Undying. If they at least keep them at the numbers advantage, they might have a chance. And Dobby finding that headshot. That's huge. Kylus can't do anything against Ned. Undying will allow at least push out. It's Hendo and Wolfie in a retake, and maybe TPO just save this.
Even if TPO, I don't think they do. I feel like they've got no real need to save in this sort of situation. They have a full buy in next round. Going for some form of frags will be beneficial. Where on earth was that incendiary grenade going? Wolfie dropped down fairly low. He's on 41 HP. He's got to go up against 4, but Lizardus on the rotation is going to be able to shut him down through the smoke. And that is going to be a 5-4 lead, still going to the way of TPO. And like I was saying, realistically, it's pointless saving that situation. You've got players on TPO with 9k in the bank. More than enough money to even buy in the next round, no matter if they win or lose. So Kylus is going to be the only person kind of on the sideline. Spends 5 grand in this round. He's dropped down to 500. But with the help of his teammates, maybe he's going to be able to get a drop, depending if TPO win or lose this round. 3-star with Yorp once again. Let's see if he gets aggressive, but he's going to go up against Mefu. Oh, that pop flash. Very nice, but isn't going to be able to do much with it.
Molotov's just going to force away C3 star for now and give Undying somewhat of an advantage towards mid.
Gives him some space to work with as well.
And Undying, well, they're looking up here towards Banana. Not quite going to fully aggress just yet. Wolfie and Hendo, a good little crossfire they've got set up here.
Are we going to see the jiggle peek? Maybe not. Okay.
Only a single peek.
Kylus, I think, has learnt his lesson. He got picked out there by the pistol round, and since then hasn't been holding that aggressive angle. He's been letting his other teammates push on other angles directly through apartments. But RK, oh, this is so strong. Oh no! Oh, but 3-star with the backup. RK, he's gonna be able to shut down Sneds as well. That looked like it was gonna be absolutely dreadful for RK. He was caught with his trousers down, but he's gonna be okay. 5 versus 3 now. A little bit of damage gonna be down to Dobby, but he's gonna be safe for now.
They've still got utility to use, but 40 seconds, Undying might have to start to speed up here. Dobby, he's got a good angle here in apartments, and it looks like the bomb's going to be heading towards B, in fact. Yeah,
it looks like Dobby is going to be the Holy Grail, going to be holding towards the A site, just some form of bait. The push up from mid from 3-star. Hasn't spotted out Dobby yet. Dobby does shut him down. And now we're in a winnable situation. 3 versus 4. Bomb is going to be pushed directly on towards the B site. Wolfie going to be off and up with the spray. And there's a crossfire with Endo to help him out. Now it's just going to be Dobby remaining. He doesn't really have the money to not save in this situation. He has to save it. Potentially pick up a single frag as well. Potentially pick up some AWP, but not looking for it. Dobby now dropped down to 34 HP. Round is over. If he dies here, it's going to be dreadful. But no, he's going to be safe. Drops down Kyle, and the tap's just for good measure. Saves the AK into the next round, but of course doesn't take any additional money through to the next either.
And the money wasn't looking that promising for Undying in this round either, so it might just be a pistol white. If they force it, that might not be the best situation either, as it stands. But they are forcing it. They've got 2 AKs out, they've got pistols out.
They've got techs. I mean, we usually see teams in the CIS League do this sort of stuff. Not teams from Europe. Spray coming on down from Wolfie. Shut down 2. Hendo with the 3rd. And it's looking like Hendo's looking to be able to pick up a 4th as well with that nade. No real connections onto Sned. And while damage was dealt to Wolfie, it was nowhere near enough. Lizardus now with the tech in hand, looking for 1 frag. And oh, look at the spray control. So close. Drops RK down to 1 HP. Could have been tickled by a fairy and taken down, but that's not going to be the case. 7-4 to TPO Esports. As we see round number 11 being played out once again, but very early for a highlight reel, I think.
Yeah. Undying need to really start to respond. 4 rounds for now isn't too bad.
They've got fully automatics across the board, right? So they're in a decent spot. But realistically, isn't this map T-sided already? So a 7-4 disadvantage is actually, I mean, it's not dreadful, but it's definitely not a situation you'd rather be in, right?
I mean, I guess it just depends on how the teams play it out. If they're a lot more defensive, Undying might prefer the CT side.
I really like this. I really, really like this. Kylus and Freestyle, they've actually set up to be able to punish on that. The peaks that we've been seeing all game from Undying get punished by the dual peaks from TPO, Kylus and Freestar. Giving Undying a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Pop Flash is going to be coming on out. That was an interesting one. Here comes the push. Spray control from Frames, fantastic. Spray going to continue. Now Kylus going to be able to shut down Sned. Freestar looking for one more. And oh, the no-scope. Good night, Mefu. Where are you going? Absolutely nowhere. Oh. And now here comes Lizinus. 2 kills, but shut down by Kylus. No more for him. But that could have been the clutch of all clutches. 8-4. Round number 13. Over and done with Lizinus. Fantastic double spray. But shut down by Kylus.
I feel like he was a little bit too early or too late there. If he was somewhat earlier,
Slightly.
He might have been able to get something better, but it's another round for TPO. 8-4 they're going. They're looking good so far. They've got an AWP in hand. Undying, well, again, the money's just low. It's going to have to be pistols for them in this round. And C3star, he is going to be smoked off, so he can't do much for now with the AWP. In fact, it's going to be some apartment control for the Undying side. Kyle needs to be careful. Be careful not to lose. The AK gets one, but it's a rifle for Undying to use now. Look at C3star's position. There's one, maybe a second spot ahead. Ooh. Can't do it against the AK. Nice shot back, and the sight is theirs.
Very nice capitalization on that to be able to pick up that AK and really come alive in the round. They now have an AWP to play with and work with in this round also. Spray going to be coming on through from OK, but Sned, OK, apparently you don't need a real weapon. You've got a Deagle, and that's more than enough. Hendo, along with Wolfie, looking to be able to deal a lot of retake damage here. Bomb is down. Sned, has he been spotted? I'm not too sure yet. Lizinus has though. Spray going to be coming on through from Wolfie. He's got to recall this out, right? Close angle coming on through from Hendo. Shot on down. Highway is his. Wolfie shuts down 2, but Frame with the picked up AWP. He is going to be able to capitalise and shut down Wolfie. Kylus, quite early on in that round as well, when he got rushed by all 5 players, sure he was able to take down one of them, but I feel like most of his bullets went into that door.
Yes.
I mean, he messed up that door real good, but the players, not so much.
And it is the players you're obviously going to be aiming for.
I mean, ideally, in a game where you're meant to kill the other team.
First-person shooter, that's the point of it.
First-person shooter, not first-door shooter. 8-5, a fairly decent advantage for TPO, but a double AWP setup going to be coming on through for them. They're looking to capitalise on the economy that they have been able to build from the amount of back-to-back rounds. Wow, a whiff from Hendo. Not something I expected to be saying in that engagement. Lizinus does get dropped down to 10 HP, but he's going to be able to do a little bit here and there. Sned shuts down Kylus to bring us to a 5 versus 4, but health advantage still to the way of TPO.
Okay, if he sprays for the smoke,
so bold.
So fun. He's going to push it, actually. And
what's going on?
they're just walking through each other's smoke. I don't know what's happening.
No idea. Oh, he's knifing him!
He's got the knife! Matthew will at least get that, but Undying still have the man advantage to work with. And they've pretty much got the site to work with. C3star, Hendo, they've got AWPs and Wolfie and M4. And they don't have to go for this, but in fact they will do. C3star, there's one of the AWP at least. Looking and maybe peeking towards the pit of the smoke. Or at least block off for now his angle.
So that was actually better for Undying if 3-star didn't hit it. Like, if 3-star hit that, that would have been better for them, but apparently walking into it was his advantage. But 3-4, I don't know. I mean, a TPO playing for the 9-6 half, because it kind of seems like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way to get double digits now, but they're in a decent spot to be able to, I don't know, at least take a pretty significant advantage moving forwards. But Undying, a great showing so far.
A really good performance from them. They are starting to now claw back these rounds in which they weren't looking as dominant, weren't looking as successful. And again, that's come down to the fact that the economy's caught up to them. They've got these weapons, they've got the stronger chance to find a round victories, and they're now starting to get them. A 7th round here would be even better for them going into the second half.
That would put them in actually a really decent position, because then you're only at a 1-round disadvantage. And as we've seen, pistols clearly a little bit more beneficial for Undying than TPO. And of course, then they're on the defense. Maybe the USPSs are, well, their staple weapon. We will just have, of course, wait and see. 3-star Going to be holding quite close. Still has the AWP in hand. Oh, okay. I was about to say he's going to get shut down. Gets dropped down to 1 HP, but a quick flick of the wrist shuts down Frame. He's not going to be happy with that one. He might be losing some more keys off his keyboard if he slams that.
He's on 1 HP as well.
Yeah, it's quite rough, but it puts Undying not in a dreadful spot. Sure, it's another weapon they have to deal with, but they could throw a grenade, it could hit him and take him down. So,
just the one player was looking in apartments for Undying. That was Sned, who is now just falling back, I believe. Undying, they're just holding. They're playing this passive. They want to see if TPO want to give up any free kills, want to give up anything else, but for now, nothing. And it's looking as if they're going to be at the man disadvantage as they try and aggress onto one of these two sides.
I feel like they've had a lot of success on towards A, but mainly because they haven't been utilising utility correctly.
Yes.
They haven't been putting it in the right spots. They've been blocking off CT, and well, this is the first time I've actually seen a smoke for Graveyard, and maybe this could be what we are now expecting. But no, it looks like it's a bait. We're going to be seeing a push coming on through from Lizardus. He's going to get shut down by 3-star, but they've rotated players already. Mid is completely won by Undying, but here comes a rotation now, going to be coming on through. Are they going to have time for it? I don't think they are. Kailis is going to begin the pre-sprays just in case. Spots out Methu, does a little bit of damage. He's able to pick up the frag. Spray going to be coming on through from RK. He's going to be able to shut down Dobby, and here comes Wolfie as well. Shuts down Methu. It was a great attempt from Undying, but they weren't able to do anything there. 9-6 to TPO as they take the first half. As we move into half number 2, swapping sides, and let's see what Undying can do on the CT.
And I have to be honest there, in that last round, Undying, it felt like they were too slow. They obviously got the fake sent out towards the B site and towards A. They were just too slow, and it was too easy for TPO just to really get all the final kills in the end. And TPO, they'll be happy. They're on top going into the second half.
I mean, it just seemed like they didn't have a concise plan. They knew what they wanted to do, but like 2 other players wanted to do something completely different, and they didn't want to go with the rest of the team. Yes, it's nice to fake out on towards the B site, and it's nice to be able to execute like that and then push directly onto A, but all 3 players then pushing on the same angle and pushing directly through short instead of going through arches or potentially looping back round to B. I'm not too sure. It just seems a little bit too basic to be able to catch TPO off guard.
Of course, the winners now we're facing either the Highland Fatties or 4 Dimensions later today. Well, the final.
Yeah, final tomorrow, but of course, 4 Dimensions, Highland Fatties going to be playing up against each other later today. But here we are. We're on the pistols. P2K for Methu and Lizardus, along with Sneds, Dobby and Frame, with the USPSs sticking with the weapons that they were given at the beginning of the game. A fairly basic setup coming on through from TPO, however, Glocks across the board with limited utility, but that's not going to stop them. Ooh, Team Flash, not too great.
Undying, they have rotated a third over towards, for now, A, but no commitment as of yet from TPO. They're just holding, they're just waiting. They are, in fact, going to send 2 players up towards Banana, C3-Star and RK, 2 key players looking to maybe try and cause an upset here, and Sned will be one of the players to at least try and shut this down. C3-Star, there's one. Wow. RK's got the second, and just like that, that's the B site open, and Lizardus already looking for something, but he's too late. TPO have the site, but the bomb isn't quite there yet.
No, this is where they could kind of really capitalise off the back of this. Undying have, well, never mind. Dobby's going to get completely decimated. I was about to say his rotation could really help, but evidently not. Lizardus and Methu, the last 2 guys remaining on their side, as it looks like server issues. You'll love to see it.
Only in CS do you get this.
Hmm?
Only in CS do you get this.
Only in CS, midway through a round, you get a server crash. But it looks like the round does indeed get paused, as we are going to be taking a very minor pause from the game, as it looks like a couple of tech issues on both sides, and that could potentially explain why Undying were playing as fragmented as they were. I felt like they kind of learnt their lessons from the first half and they wouldn't be playing the way they did. But nevertheless.
They've given up.
What, Undying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially. I'm not too sure. We'll, of course, have to just wait and see how this next round kind of pans out. We can hear the teams jumping back into the server. Quick restart on that last round as we going to restart the half, it seems.
No.
Odyssey. None of that. We see you.
Shocking. Still shocking behaviour coming out.
You're meant to be TPO. Come on, lads. Of course, as we've mentioned, for anyone who has just joined us, TPO have seen some great success today already, winning in Rainbow Six. 1.2k going towards them already, and they're looking to bank even more if they win this entire event. 1.2k for CSGO as well for the TPO squad. Undying, the underdogs. They've gone 2-2 online. TPO, the top seed, 3-0. And the other two teams, which we have yet to see play today, the Highland Fatties and 4 Dimensions, were both 3-1 themselves. So, I feel like the Highland Fatties and the 4 Dimensions game is going to be much more equal.
Yes.
But of course, this has actually kind of surprised me. Like, there's only a few rounds between them, between TPO and Undying. I feel like if you looked at this game on paper, if you looked at HLTV stats or anything like that, you would see that TPO have pretty a significant advantage. But whether or not that is going to really play out in game is something completely different. Obviously, as you can see, both of the teams playing differently from what we've seen online, and Undying actually having some interesting strats that we haven't seen before as well. As we said before the game, we expected a puggy style, very quick, very loose play style, but that is not the case. They're being quite methodical. They're taking their time, and of course we do just want to wait and see to see how they play defense now they've swapped over to the CTs. Louis, has your prediction changed? Do you still think TPO are going to win this game and potentially the entire tournament?
I think they will do, but you have to give credit to Undying. They've turned up. They've certainly brought up some strats. They've certainly brought us some plays which have certainly caught TPO off guard at times.
One thing to mention as well is that it's not just this map. We will be moving to other maps after this. It is a best of 3.
Yes.
So just to kind of let you know how the entire format works. First team to 16 rounds wins that map, and then we move on to another map, and then first round 16 again. And a best of 3 series is the first team to win 2 maps. Now, in the unlikely event that we move to a 15-15, we will have overtime, which is where both teams kind of play out a golden goal-esque situation where you have to gain X amount of round advantages before you win that map. We will not see ties in this bracket. There will not be a joint first place or a joint third place. It will very much be one team has to win.
It's the playoffs, as it were.
It's the playoffs. It's exactly that. It's one of these teams is going home.
With nothing.
With nothing. Tail between their legs. And experience gained. That's it. But then again, experience gained is pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't complain. I mean, we are being broadcast, of course, on Mixer. And, of course, we are also on BBC Scotland Sport as well, which is very interesting to say.
Yeah.
It's quite odd, but awesome,
unique.
Nevertheless. It's very unique, which is fantastic, of course. It's nice to see esports getting the kind of recognition that it deserves.
It needed to.
To
help it grow, it does.
Exactly. Of course, it is already growing beyond all control with events such like Dota and stuff like that with like $20 million prize pools, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, League of Legends, that's the really big one at the moment, which gets in
a lot of MOBAs. Yeah, MOBAs is like the really big ones, and of course we're seeing a lot of things happening with CSGO as well. Just waiting for an update on when the players are going to be getting ready. We should be just a couple of moments now.
We are here in, I was going to say sunny Glasgow, but...
So is it sunny? I mean, I've been inside for most of the day. It was raining when I came here, so I'm not too... That's just standard UK isn't
weather.
It? It's, it's meant to be nice. Well, here's some rain. None of that for you. So, is it sunny outside, guys? Or is it? It is sunny.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. It's actually sunny. No wonder we are sweating inside of this truck then, because it is... We've got no aircon in here. You ever been in the truck with no aircon? It's interesting. It's an interesting experience.
It's not nice.
It's not nice at all.
Not
Looks like we have just got confirmation from our admins that... Fantastic. Looks like we are going to be restarting the game fairly soon. Members of the PC Master Race joining us in the crowd. Number of people. That is a very strong zoom. That is like very zoomed in, isn't it? Like
yeah. A little bit uncomfortable sometimes, maybe.
Could you just imagine like looking at a screen? It's like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. It's like zoomed right in. It's like
we are obviously in the HyperX Esports truck.
Is that what it's called? The Dear Lord, it's like can't stutter my words fantastically. It's the HyperX Esports truck, which is, as anyone in the crowd can see, a massive semi-truck, which just drives around. And it's got tons of gaming equipment in it, and then you see a stage like this. Oh, look at this. Oh, so it looks like pistol round actually counted.
Yes.
TPO had too much of an advantage, and it looks like the issue was actually too late into the round. So they gained the 10th round. We restart on round number 17. Going to bring in-game audio to you in just a couple of moments while we see a stack coming on through from Undying.
And
this is interesting.
You do see stacks on this map. You can do.
I mean, we see it a lot from on Train. Train's one of those maps where you see a lot of those stacks coming available, and it really helps. Of course, we have a single player going to be posted over towards the B site. That is going to be Frame, just in case. But of course, the 4-man stack. You're shooting your teammates again, lads. Come on, what's going on? Wolfie's going to be dropped down to 16 HP. Spray going to be coming on through for Freestyle to shut down Lizardus. Looking for a little bit more, but not going to be able to capitalise on anything as of yet. Hendo shutting down the B lurking player of Frame, and now we have just a single player of Sneds over there, just in case. Nope, he's going to get shut down, and now Sneds and Dobby, they are going to be holding towards the A site. Looking to take down at least one of these 5 players. Taps from range with the USPSs. You can't really expect much, but oh dear Lord, Sned, you've got the 5-7 and you're coming alive. He's picked up 2. He can't pick up any weaponry, but he's going to be able to do a little bit more damage. 2 frags in a round, which look like they shouldn't have gotten anything. Is not too bad. 11-6, of course, only 5 rounds remaining for TPO. Undying. 10 rounds left.
This is Undying's map as well. Let's not forget that. They're currently at not a significant disadvantage, but 5 rounds down.
You don't want to be here on your map pick. This is not. You don't want to be at a 11-6 disadvantage moving into the second half on your map pick.
And while you could argue maybe they're now on the more favourable side in some respects.
Maybe, yeah, maybe that's why they picked it. CT side, of course, being a potential advantage for them, but of course that is yet to be seen in this round.
Matthew, for now, won't be too aggressive. His teammate Lizardus will be smoked off. So Matthew, if anything, has lots of work to do. A smoke will at least block off his vision. And with this smoke in front of Lizardus slowly fading, it might give him a chance to maybe find something.
They're not enough Lizardus. They have no clue he's there. Oh, my words. The smoke dissipates, and Kylus and RK are going to be able to shut him down. Spots him just underneath the hut. Spray going to be coming on through from Matthew. Shuts down 1, shuts down 2. Good night, 3-star. None for you. Spray soon to be coming on through onto Hendo as well. He spotted out his shoulder, and he's going to be trading on up to the AK, but caught absolutely off guard. Frame's going to be able to retaliate fairly quickly, and Dobby, the usual yet-to-frag player, is going to be able to capitalise on that single pickup from the UMP. Wolfie now in a 1 versus 3. It's in a decent spot. Not the best health. 69 HP. 48 HP as he gets tagged in the chest by Frame. He's got to be thinking about saving this one, right? He doesn't have much money. Only 2k, and that's not going to be enough to be able to buy anything up. Is he going to fully rotate? He's got 30 seconds left, so he could do it, but it's quite a bold move.
It depends if he knows that also the site's clear as well. Obviously, the bomb's not at his disposal either. He'd have to really retrieve that.
Did Wolfie think he had it? Because that is very much not on his back. It's like being held down by 2 players. No, it looks like he was just hiding. So, great couple of frags to be able to pick up the bomb as well fairly early into the round. And Mephi through the smoke as well. You love to see it, especially with an AUG as well. Didn't even use the scope, which is quite an interesting way of doing things.
Skillful.
Skillful.
That's the word.
I mean, I don't think using an AUG can be classed as skillful.
No.
It is used to be a laser beam. It was basically no recoil, press the button, you get kills. They've changed it up a little bit here and there, so recoil and accuracy is a little bit more hard to control. And of course, they bumped up the pricing again, but it is still being used by a lot of pros. They've got used to using it. The scope is an interesting thing. I'm not really seeing on most weapons. Mephu going to be able to shut down Kylus along with Hendo shutting down Mephu. Quick trade coming on through. Frame, sandbags, hasn't been spotted out just as of yet. So close, and there we go, a great pop flash coming on through from Sned to help out his teammate to shut down RK. And now we're in a 3 versus 4.
What?
Excuse me, Lizardus, what are you doing, man? He's going to be able to take down one in the form of 3-star through the smoke, and then Hendu is going to be able to shut down Lizardus on the trade once more. A lot of damage dealt, but no frags gained. 3 versus 2 now with Frame holding just towards those barrels.
TPO, they're looking a little bit nervy. Good kill back from Wolfie, though. Will at least give them a chance potentially towards B. And Wolfie, they were considering whether they should at least commit to it. Undying, they are rotating players over now. 2 versus 2 we're down to now. Sned needs his kill. Eventually will find it. Hendo, 34 HP, will actually just be sprayed down as well. Well played for Sned. Undying have an 8th. And they're still in this game.
I was about to say, that was Undying's round to lose. They got too many very nice frags early on for them to really lose it quite as hard as it looked like they were going to. B site was completely blown open, and that smoke was deployed too little too late. First player was, of course, caught off guard. So the communication for TPO seems to be slipping a little. 11-8, Undying only a few rounds behind now with just the 3-round, is that maths? Yep, 3-round disadvantage. And pistols now for TPO. So we fully would expect to see Undying capitalise and win on this round, but of course with the aggressive nature of players like 3-star and Kyle, we do kind of expect to see them come alive and potentially pick up 1 or 2 frags.
No double peaks. Sorry, no double peaks on their end, as it were, for now. I'm all good. Yeah. Lost my words for a minute.
Don't get choked up, Louis. It's all right. It's only the first match. It is round number 20, though. We are 20 rounds into this first half. The first match. Spray going to be coming up from Lizardus. And dear Lord, the lineups with Dobby as well. The pistol from Lizardus. He's performed fantastically this game so far. But here it is. It's 3-star with the picked up M4. He's going to be able to potentially capitalise on this one as well. He has the bomb at his feet. He could go to pick it up. It isn't being guarded as much as it should be. Mefu gets shut down. Bomb now could very much go down. Smoke is going to be dissipating in just a couple of moments. Is he really going to be holding this angle against Frame? Does Frame have the AWP? He does. He's picked up 3 kills so far. Looking to clutch this game out, but you can't peek into that AWP like that. A 9th round claim from Undying and TPO. They slip up.
TPO will have the weapons now to work with, and will now be trying to push on to obviously get this 12th round. This is where Undying obviously have to be at their strong point. They need to be able to take down these rifled and well-equipped TPO players. And with the double AWP setup, it's a map which you can use 2 AWPs, maybe 1 towards Banana, 1 in apartments, or peek in mid, obviously, as we saw C3 start doing early on, and Matthew is doing that. But
just get 5 of them. Just 5, all down mid. That's all you need. Just get a wall of AWPs, and then that will just solve any problem. Anyone peeks mid, dead. One of you hit him.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. At my rank, maybe not. I feel like we'd all miss them. We'd all end up dying to like a grenade or something. Wolfie does, of course, get shot through the wall, and while the AWP is usually a 1-hit kill weapon, through walls, not as such, drop down to 17 HP. Sned is trying to capitalise on the already dealt damage, but isn't able to do so. Mefu.
I'm scared. He had to really find a kill there, and Hendo's just going to take advantage. Frame really has to get a couple of kills to really keep his side in this. Not been spotted. And eventually, it's going to be a team kill.
Okay. You know what? I'm not going to question it. A little bit interesting. Hendu is going to get caught off guard by Mefu. Isn't able to take him down, and he's going to deal just a little bit of damage. Bomb, of course, has been planted. Kyle panics, chucks a grenade over the fence, and that landed in someone's bedroom. Kyle now dropped on down to 50 HP, and is finally going to be shut down by Lizardus after Mefu. Retaliation shuts down the team-killing RK. A bomb defusal coming on through from Undying as we see TPO losing grip on this map. 11-10. Economy now available. They've got weapons.
But the weapons aren't really going to be that great. Obviously, RK has to instantly go for the SMG buy. They might be able to get out maybe 1 or 2 AKs, but they'll be low on utility, and that's where they have to just sort of be sharp and on point of the Angels. And a half buy, pistols, a Galil, and a MAC-10 is what TPO will have to work with. Obviously, Undying should have this round, maybe not in the bag, but should have a stronger chance. Mefu will be allowed the early kill.
Mefu picking up some fantastic frags in this game so far. Of course, Lizardus doing the same with that Deagle. A little bit more stronger weaponry being seen right now, but Wolfie giving Lizardus a little bit of a taste. So medicine. Mefu flashed off, smoke's landing behind him, but he isn't actually able to capitalise on it. Dobby, he's called this out. He does a lot of damage, but isn't going to be enough. Mefu jumped down to 1 HP. Dear Lord, man, you're so close to dying. Run for the hills. Save the AWP if you can. But it's going to be a 4 versus 3 with the advantage going to the way of the TPO side. Mefu with 1 HP looking to take down Wolfie. Hail Mary shot so close. Skims the head of Wolfie. He's going to be safe for now. Kyler shuts down Sned. And now you've got to be thinking Frame and Mefu. Yeah, they don't have the money to be able to continue the stride. TPO with the suboptimal buy that we saw at the beginning of the round have actually, against the odds, gained a 12th round as you see the save coming on through from Undying. Are they going to be hunting down the other players? I don't think so. Then just going to let them save the weaponry they have. And now we have a double AWP setup coming on through from Undying. Mefu and Frame going to be taking those through to round number 23.
And Undying, they will obviously be able to buy around what they have saved. If you will be able to hold on to that on 1 HP. So even a nade could have just killed him off at the end there. But
yeah,
TPO finally get a first round in quite a while. 4 more to close out their opponent's map pick. But Undying looking a bit more stronger, keeping this a lot more competitive on their map pick.
Which is good, because obviously we almost wrote off Undying after,
Yes.
after that timeout. But since then, they have kind of composed themselves, they collected themselves, they know what they need to be doing, and they are a lot more, willing of being at the tournament. Frame going to be able to take down Hendo, and it looks like Sned's going to be able to retaliate with the same. 3-star does punish Sned as the fire burns at his feet. But of course the trade kill is there. Dobby retaliates fairly quickly. 7 kills on him in this game so far, which is not a terrible effort. Pretty decent to be able to pick up that many frags against TPO. 2 versus 4 now, with the push looking like it's going to be towards the B site. With only Frame being the last line of defense towards the B site. AWP in hand, of course. Jiggle peeking to his heart's content. Spots out 1, but shoots too early. That gives away his position. Now going to be changing his spots.
But they're still being quite slow about this TPO. They're trying to at least carefully get onto the site. Wolfie looking for something. They will get the bomb down at least, but against
these smoke sprays have been great. I mean,
I know.
It's been very nice to see. I think Lizardus and both Sned have been doing fantastically of just positioning, and even though they know that targets might not be there, still spray controlling, still picking up accuracy. Lizardus, what are you doing? He's already dead. Leave him alone. Yeah, none of that. Thank you, Fraser. I appreciate that. It's 12-11. Undying are looking to claw themselves back into this game, while the Penguins of TPO are pretty stagnant right now. They're able to pick up a few frags here and there, but it's nothing consistent.
They all have AKs to work with on their end. Undying, nothing different apart from Mefu's going to be a little bit aggressive in towards apartments. Won't quite spot anything just yet. C3 star through the smoke isn't going to be allowed to kill. The Molotov might just force him away, and yeah, it does in fact. So just that opposition for now. TPO no control towards Banana for now. They're focused on mid. They're focusing on apartments, and Undying need to be prepared for what's about to hit them towards A.
What's about to hit them is a Hendo with an AK. 5 AKs across the board for TPO Esports. And they're looking to claim at least a frag at the beginning of this round. Lizardus holding on the back of the site. Kylus is going to get shut down by Mefu as he peeks out wide, but RK shuts him down. Recognises the spot. 2 versus 4, at least on the A site. Still 2 players holding towards B, just in case rotation comes on through. I don't think it's going to happen though. Lizardus with the already dropped RK shuts him down, and now 3-star retaliates. A lot of damage dealt, but he doesn't check behind him. What a blunder from himself, but now we're going to see Frame and Sned slow, methodically, pushing up towards the A site. They recognise that it is very much the A site that's being planted on. Are they looking for exit frags? They can't keep doing this, can they? Because they do have a pretty decent advantage, and they are able to potentially, as long as they take down 1 player, if they take down 3-star, then maybe they can actually win this round. 3-star's going to peek on out. The spray is there, but it's going to miss. Timeout going to be called, and looks like that's going to be from the Undying side, I believe. And another round going towards a TPO. Like, just letting them have it.
Yeah, Undying, they'll have to really at least work out what is just going wrong. Just the holds aren't too strong, especially towards the safe side. It's not been as great on the defensive end for them, and TPO, they're starting to crack and unlock these little holes in the defense. They will get themselves another round, and they need 3 to close out the game.
Yeah, so there's realistically 2 ways that Undying can play this, right? And actually, let's touch on this quickly. Utility damage on Lizardus, 110, while we're seeing 301 utility damage on Wolfie. Just very closely behind, we have Hendo on 281. That's an amazing amount of utility damage. And as we were mentioning at the very beginning of this entire event, Inferno and Mirage, two incredibly utility-focused maps. And that's what we're going to be seeing back-to-back. After this, we are going to Mirage, which is going to be TPO Esports' pick. Oh, we're going for a ride. Where are we going, Fraser? Where are you taking us? All the way through Banana. Looping all the way back around towards the T-spawn. There they are. Oh, there's a chicken in the corner. What are you doing there? That chicken's not okay. There we go. That's our mascot, actually.
Is it?
That chicken specifically. None of the other chickens on this map.
That one specifically.
Yeah. I'm actually upset that none of the players are picking up any of these chickens and like letting them follow them around. Just to let you know, guys, you can click E on the chickens, and that will actually follow you. They will follow you around for like the rest of the game until they're killed, which is quite cool to see.
Undying, I must have been round in some respects to really keep them close and keep them within touching distance of their opponents. TPO, they've done well to really respond in the past 2 or 3 rounds, and this has to be perfect for them, and that's the kill which Frame had to get for Undying. The AWP picking off Kylist, and TPO now have a man disadvantage.
That was very, very aggressive from Frame. He pushed directly out of balcony and was just able to pick him up towards T-mid, and it really did help out. Of course, putting them at a man advantage, but Frame does get dropped down to 1 HP. So he's going to have to play quite defensively now, but of course there is still an AWP available. The one-shot kill weapon still has the capability of doing quite a lot. Lizardus could give away his position if he wants to begin spraying on through, but it looks like he's going to potentially wait for it to dissipate. He is lining them up fairly well. Grenade going to be deployed by Dobby, looking to join the ranks of the other players with some of these grenade damages, and here comes the spray down coming on through from Hendo. Close angle for Frame, who's already dropped down to 1 HP, but a single bullet from Wolfie's going to be able to do it. Hendo and Wolfie now, the last 2 guys are melee against Undying's Mefu and Sned. It's a 2 versus 2 retake. They're basically playing wingman at this current moment in time. Frame is the only player to pick up any frags Undying in this round. 1 on short, 1 on archers. Here comes the push. Grenade in the hand of Hendo. Looking to a little bit. Oh no! Mefu shut down by Wolfie, and now it is just Sned. Picks up the AWP, and he's looking for at least one of these frags. Spots out one, he whiffs it! No! Oh, you hate to see it. The lineup potentially could have been there to shut down both the players as well. But it's going to be 14-11. TPO 2 rounds away from claiming Inferno as their map, which isn't too great for Undying considering this was their map pick.
And Undying, yeah, the economy, it's not looking good. Obviously, Frames had to just drop a couple of weapons then to his teammates just so they've got at least something other than the default pistol to work with. And a really big round if Undying can at least get something. TPO obviously have the weapons advantage. Frame is trying to be aggressive and will at least get an AK in, get something for his efforts, but it's towards B where this hold has to be strong. Sned really needs to find something here. Can't do anything, can't deny the bomb. TPO might be on course here for map points.
Potentially. In complete honesty, they've kind of deserved it as well. They've been able to put on a bit of a clinic when it comes down to taking down Undying. Of course, Undying, tons of rounds picked up for themselves, but unfortunately just not enough as of yet. Pocket AK in the hand of Dobby, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it. Scare off the enemy, that's basically going to be it. Frame is going to be saving the AK. He doesn't want to lose it in the next round. Kylus, of course, picking up another frag of his own, and this time with the fire. Close angle for Mefu. Looking to be able to take down one of them, but all remaining players of TPO have run down Banana. They're going to be safe. 15-11 for TPO Esports. 1 round in it. What do Undying have to do in this round? Because at this stage, they need to be perfect. How can they win this round, Louis?
It has to just come down to some... It's not necessarily the individual performances which are lacking, but it feels like Undying, they're not really double peaking as much. They're not really getting the trade kills as much. They're lacking in that department. They're just giving TPO easy frags. They're not really putting TPO in risks where sort of they can go for a kill and then they're going to be fine. They're not going to be traded out or anything. If they get some trade kills, they can keep themselves in this.
A bit more aggressive play going to be coming on through for Undying as we see 2 players on the B sites just holding in the top left-hand corner, as you can see. Going to be holding these angles in case someone begins pushing. Mefu looking for the close angle peek. He isn't going to be able to connect the shot. but he's going to be safe for now. No damage taken. Grenade going to be deployed, and that's going to damage 3-star and RK. Kylus going to be the first one to fall at the hands of Dobby. Sprays him down as he catches him just outside of apartments. 4 players remaining for TPO. They're looking to shut this game out. They've got the economy, they've got the weapons, and they've got the utility. They have more than enough available for them as these 4 players make their stride towards the B site to claim this site as their own, get that bomb planted and win it.
Undying still with 2 towards B. It's where TPO are now going to try and at least contest and try and unlock something. The utility's still there. They've got smokes, they've got molotovs, they're setting it up. They're going to chuck these in. Undying just have to at least be here. They need to find something. Frame instead will at least find the picks early on. Nothing more for Frame up in the first. Listeners will at least turn up for 1. C3star can't do anything. Undying still just about in this.
Undying, great rotations coming on through from those A playing players. 2 of them rotating to be able to catch off the rest of TPO from CT spawn. Of course, there was a smoke there, but spraying on through like we've seen in the past from Lizardus, from Sned, just to be able to deal just mental damage. Oh my god, there's someone behind us. I need to be very careful about that instead of potentially just dealing damage outright. 15-12. Undying still need to pick up a few more rounds for themselves, but they do need to still play quite perfectly.
C3star will at least flash himself into apartments. TPO going to try and make something happen and might just look to close out the map here. C3star is somewhat peeking blindly. A great kill for Lizardus at least.
Saved Dobby. Really saved Dobby. Dobby had no idea he was peeking that.
And for now, Undying actually going to rotate 2 players back over towards B. And
don't like this.
TPO, they're still committing towards A by the looks of it. Wolfie, there's going to be a double peek with him and Kylus in apartments, but a well-timed smoke means for now, the push will be slowed down and Undying for now have to hold, and Dobby needs to find a pick.
Where's the spray control, Dobby? Come on, man. Spray him down. You can take him out. He's dealt a little bit of damage already to Hendo, but it looks like Mefu is going to be the one to finish the job, which is fine. Great teamwork there to be able to shut down the opposing player. But now we are going to be seeing a little bit more of a slow push, this time coming around from Wolfie. He's pushing up through apartments. We do still have Dobby there ready and waiting, but Mefu's going to begin his peek. He shuts down Hendo, and here we go. A 13th round is looking on the cards for Undying. Another peek, looking to be able to shut down Kylus. Isn't able to get it, and the no-scope, unfortunately, not available. Lizardus, close angle on the site. Dobby is going to get shut down. Kyle's taken down 2. We're looking for a 3rd as well, but it's not going to be enough. There is Lizardus. Shuts down 1, but Wolfie retaliates. 2 versus 1 now. They need to push together. They cannot push one-on-one. If they do, Wolfie's going to clutch up this round. He's picked up a single frag for himself so far. The AK's hand. He's got 24 bullets remaining in the clip. He's taken down 1! Dear Lord, man! Oh, Sned! Drop down to 40 HP, and why are you stopping? Defuse the damn bomb. Make sure you do that. 15-13. It's so close. Great accuracy from Sned to be able to take him down, but dear Lord, did he leave that late.
That was very concerning from the Undying point of view. They shouldn't have been in a one-on-one at the end there. That really shouldn't have happened. 4 versus 2, I think it was.
Yeah, 4 versus 2.
One-on-one.
Ended up on a 1-on-1. They just kept filtering in, making it. It wasn't 4 versus 2. It was 4 1 versus 1. So that's what happened there. And it just, you need to play on the back of your teammates, especially in that sort of situation when you know the bomb's planted. You know that one player could be there. Yes, you need to not line up so you don't get one taps and take down both of you. But you also need to push together and play off the back of each other. That round would have been a very, very easy win. You wouldn't have to come down to like clutch situation if Undying played off the back of their teammates, which you haven't been seeing too much of.
So, well, some early aggression towards Banana. We'll just see TPO back away for now. We do have Hendo watching on in apartments, looking to see if anything will be given up or lost. But for now, Undying are holding passively. The smarter call. Okay. Looking. The mid control at least is there. A double peek was also on the cards for TPO to work with Undying. Won't quite deal any damage. In fact, Mefu will smoke himself off for now, and there's a bit of a boost going on, I believe, from the TPO side.
Oh, Mefu. That's awkward to see. Okay, he's boosted himself up. This is quite strong. I don't think they're going to be expecting this angle. Lizardus has no idea. I don't think he's even going to be checking it, to be honest with you. Sure, he's going to be able to smoke and flash when needed. That was an interesting smoke. But Dobby could get caught off, but oh dear lord, RK, you are playing with fire, boy. Lizardus, so close, has no idea. He's spotted him out now, and here comes the call out, but he's able to do anything with it. Amazing boost. Completely falls apart, but there's 4 players all pushing directly on towards the B side. Sned, you need to work your magic little fingers to be able to do this one. Spray going to be coming on through, shuts down. There we go, there's Freestar. The spray continues, just shuts down Hendo, but Wolfie's going to be able to retaliate. He picks up 2. That's going to be Sneds and Mefu both on the deck. 3 versus 2 now. Here comes the retaliation from Frame. He's going to begin the spray down. Not enough there though. Wolfie and Kylis playing off the back of each other fantastically. Spray going to be there from Kylis, dropping down Wolfie all the way down. Spray coming on through from Wolfie as well, dropping down Dobby. Now Lizardus, close angle. He's looking for the spray, but it's not going to be enough. They've lined them up. There goes Lizardus. 5 kills from Wolfie. He aces the final round. 16-13, and it all falls apart for Undying. First match and first map going to the way of TPO Esports. That was a pretty nutty final round, in complete honesty. Yeah. Let's have a look at some of these replays. Of course, very early on into the round, with round number 3, with Hendo with this amazing spray down with the help of Wolfie. A little bit of retaliation from Sned, very close at clutching that one out.
Carlos, this was just so strong. Him and Arcade, they held it down, and this was the round in which Undying just, they were poor on communication, yeah. They had to really get something there.
The blunder from Lizardus. You do love to see that. Spray going to be coming on through from Wolfie as well, and Hendo, and some great individual sprays coming on through from all players on this entire game, to be honest with you. Very close lineup from 3-star, great no scopes as well. He's not able to finish the job. And a couple of situations from Lidless and Sned actually, where they had the possibility of clutching out the entire game, and apparently not able to finish it out.
Well, Undying, 1 map down. And the map pick, obviously not going away on Inferno, will send shivers and a little bit of nerves going into Mirage. That'll be up next.
It will be. Just after the end of our replays, as we kind of work out how this entire Inferno game ended, we will be moving, of course, to a very short 5-minute break to let everyone go get a couple of drinks. And maybe some food as well. Who knows? Frame.
That was a nice shot.
Lizardus has done some fantastic job with these deagle shots throughout the entire game, and I'm just waiting to see more of it. Sned, amazing sprays for all of these smokes as well, so you can't really complain about the way that Undying have played. Yes, it wasn't as good as we would have expected, and unfortunately they do lose it out, of course, as we see the final round coming on through with Wolfie's ace. But they took TPO almost to the pin. Yeah. 16-13. There was only a couple of rounds in it, so it was incredibly close. So you can't take anything away from Undying. Of course, we are going to be moving on to Mirage fairly soon, as both teams do need to just take a couple of minutes and a couple of moments to work out what they're going to be doing, talking about the previous game and talking about how they're going to be able to reclaim this. Are they going to go to Dust 2? That's the real question. Predictions. Are you still thinking it's going to be going to the final 3 games, or are you still thinking TPO is going to go to the final?
I still feel it's going to be sort of a 2-0, as it were.
You still think it's going to be 2-0?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see. Nevertheless, we are going to be going to a very short break, and we are going to be jumping to a quick interview. So we'll see you soon, guys.
So, guys, we're here live with Patrick Carbon here. He's the coach for Team Undying eSport team for Counter-Strike. And Patrick, great to have you here today, mate.
Thank you for having me.
How are you feeling?
I think we're definitely feeling edgy. You know, TPO, they're a massive org. They've been together for years. Roster shuffles, you know. We just kind of started ourselves out, started this year. We're happy to be here. We had a really shaky online season. I don't know how this is going to go today, but you know, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be good fun.
Great. It has been a bit of a roller coaster ride for the guys to get here today, and they are going up against TPO that are undefeated so far, so it's going to be a big one for the guys. How does it feel to make it to the semi-finals, especially in such a big stage?
Honestly, it's so amazing. Like, I've competed in a few Overwatch tournaments before. I used to be big into Overwatch. Coming into Counter-Strike, it's definitely something else. I'm not as talented, so I did take a step back from the team. Originally, I was on the starting lineup, but to be a coach, to still be here supporting the team, it's really amazing. And to have such a big big stage, big crowd. It's really, really cool.
So you're also the youngest guy in the squad. How does that feel to be hammering orders at the olders?
Well, I think definitely online it's a lot easier being in person, seeing them. I'm taller than all of them, which is a good start. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more daunting. Yeah. I'm still going to be shouting and screaming up on that stage. I'm still going to be giving them fist bumps. Still,
For sure. Yeah. Great. Is there any strategies? I don't want you to give too much away, but is there anything you guys have been specifically working on as a team to maybe come together?
I think our mental state's been a big part of it. Kind of at the start of the season, when we did have a little bit of a different team, a big problem for us was our mental state. Yep. We were very easily tilting when we lost rounds. We were very easily just giving up. I think we're in a pretty good position now. Other than that, it's just we've been watching lots of TPO's demos, watching their games, watching how they play. We have a plan for the maps. We have a good map veto plan. Don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, but, don't give too much away.
We feel semi-prepared.
Good. Well, semi-prepared is better than not prepared.
Yeah.
Definitely. You were telling me earlier you won a massive competition here at Resonate for being a creator yourself. Tell me more.
So they held a competition called the RTG Creator Search, and it was they were looking for a young content creator to represent them here at the event. And to do that, I had to submit a 30-second video explaining, who I am. I'm Patrick, or as I'm better known, Carbon, and how I'm a Twitch streamer. I've been doing it for 2.5 years, and they chose me as a finalist. There was 5 finalists, and we've all met up since the competition. So the 5 of us. I submitted my finalist video while I was on holiday in Cyprus, and I edited the whole thing on my phone, and they really enjoyed it. They thought it stood out because of a lot of my charity work I've done for my live streams. So
amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
That is awesome. So, have you got any fighting talk to the camera for TPO? Let me hear it.
TPO, I've known you guys, I've been with you guys in the Overwatch scene before, but I don't know how it's going to go today, but it'll be good fun on that stage.
You heard it first, guys. You heard it right here. Thank you, Patrick Carbon. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gents, welcome back. Great interview coming out from Carbon, and some very nice takeaways from that as well. Of course, not too much fighting talk to TPO, as it looks like they do indeed respect the other team. Its main thing is that they're all here to have fun, and of course, win some money as well. You can't forget about that. But Ali, great interview. Thank you very much for passing it on to us, and we are very shortly going to be jumping on to Mirage, now that we have a little bit of a break. What are your thoughts?
With obviously Mirage, this is a map which it was picked by, not Undying, who was
TPO.
it? TPO.
I got you. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Long day.
We've been here for an hour. We got 2 more. We got another best of 3 after this.
But yeah, as I was going to say, TPO, this is their map pick.
Definitely.
They're already a map out ahead.
Which is a great position to be in right now, especially when you win your opponent's map pick. You don't have to win the kind of pick that you've won. Of course, Undying, they did a good job. They took it 11-16. It's not bad. It's pretty decent, if anything. But of course, they do need to put the extra work in when it comes down to completing this map itself. Mirage, very equal map. No real advantages on either side. Very much down to, well, at least on paper, but it's very much down to how the teams work around with weaponry. For instance, there are some very long angles, so seeing players with AWPs and their kind of long-range scope, so the AUGs, the AWPs, the Krieg, the Scouts. Something that we haven't actually seen, is any Scout pickups. We didn't see a single Scout pickup on Inferno, which is quite interesting, because a lot of teams tend to opt for that and then build from there when needed. Kind of as an early pick, but evidently not the case. Of course, AWPs, when we're holding in apartments, when you're holding in Palace, jungle, mid, and potentially even ticket booth as well. There's quite a lot of positions for Mirage to be won or lost for either team.
And as we were saying earlier about Inferno, it's a utility-heavy map. Same can be said with Mirage here. It's a map which you've got all the basic defaults. You've got all the basic sort of smoke spots, the basic Molotov spots.
But there's also a lot more you can do on the kind of setup forefront, right?
Yes. You can get lots more fakes sort of coming out from that. Lots of fakes which you might even expect to see come out in this sort of next map, which we see shortly. You can obviously get smokes thrown from one side of the map to the other in some respects. So that's where you can sort of get the fakes or the lurking plays come out.
Exactly. Something we see quite a lot is obviously A fakes. Just a single player like faking on towards A, a couple of flashes, a smoke, potentially even a Molotov as well, just to really trick the enemy team. But the rotation angles and like the rotation times on this map aren't that long. For instance, you can get from A site to B site in about 10 seconds, if that, if you're just sprinting. So realistically, while the retakes are indeed beneficial and being able to fake out onto sites is great, unless your team is ready and waiting to really execute onto a site, that could kind of be your downfall. And that's something which we haven't seen too much from Undying. Seen a little bit more from TPO, their timings are a lot better, but Undying, they're a little more fragmented. While, yes, they are able to get the set plays through, which was kind of unexpected originally, they aren't able to fully capitalise on the timings that they gain. Because I don't know if it's a communication thing, I'm not too sure if the timing's not being called out correctly. It's a number of different things which kind of add together.
I kind of expect to see some sort of strategies and some preparation come out from the Undying side in Mirage. It is one of these maps which is played quite a lot, so it might be a map they are somewhat used to as well.
That's the thing, yeah. So even though they haven't picked it, it doesn't mean that they're going to be bad on the map at all. It just means that they hadn't picked it. Maybe they would have picked it if it wasn't picked already. Maybe if Inferno was banned out, they would have picked Mirage or something along those lines. Of course, I know we talked in the past about Train and Overpass being kind of some of their beneficial maps, but of course they were banned out fairly early on, so clear that TPO, well, they were worried a little bit. They've been doing their research. They've been having a look at the demos, and that's something which Carbon mentioned as well about Undying. They've been watching the TPO demos.
Yes.
Not only from the Scottish Esports League, but from all other events and scrims and pugs that they've been in. They've been watching, they've been learning, and that's clearly displayed itself on Inferno, and, well, we can only hope it's going to display itself on Mirage.
No, we were saying earlier that Undying didn't look as prepared maybe as TPO, but they have done all the sort of background checks before. They have been researching how their opponents approach the game, and it shows that they might be able to somehow counter it.
Which is kind of the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like working out what set plays and how they are executed consistently from TPO and then countering those, maybe putting a player in a position on an off angle, something that TPO wouldn't expect, is going to be the best way to kind of jump off the back and potentially win a round as well.
And it could also just sort of come down to they might just play out the first few rounds, see how TPO maybe approach the early rounds, and maybe use that to try and get some intel about how they approach then the latter rounds, the more gun rounds.
Yeah, because obviously those early rounds are going to be quite fast and fragmented anyway, considering you've got pistols, you've got pistols versus AKs, you've got pistols versus M4s and all the fully automatics, and those eco rounds are going to be quite difficult for any team to win.
Yes. Especially with rushes as well. If you've got those faster plays, it can catch you out as a defending team a lot more unexpectedly.
Definitely. Both squads sitting at their desks now. They're looking like they're getting ready to go live fairly soon. As we see Deck, or Dobby, on the left-hand side with his trusty little koala bear. I was speaking to him before the game, and he said he actually brought the mascot along, and he attaches that to his monitor at home, and he attaches it here as well. See some of the other players from Undying with Carbon in the background. There's Frame. He just stared dead into the camera lens.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times. I've been watching him. I do like the koala, though.
The koala's quite cool. The koala is quite cute. I mean, it hasn't helped out in the first map, but maybe it will on Mirage.
Hopefully. But no, this is where Undying have to turn up. They've got to step up their game. One map down in the series. If they lose this, they're out of the tournament. They're gone. No money for them.
Yeah, which is a unfortunate position to be in, of course. But you really need to bring your A game. You need to not drop rounds, you need to not drop maps. And evidently, if that happens, then you're going to have an issue. You are going to be ejected from the tournament. You are going to lose. So you need to ensure that consistency is available. And that's something which we haven't been seeing from Undying. They are quite inconsistent.
Yes.
We've seen rounds which realistically should have won in Inferno, and they completely threw it away. Just let everyone know, if you're wondering what TPO stands for, it's actually amazing. It's Team Penguin Overlords, which is a very interesting name in of itself. It includes penguins, so I'm on board, because penguins are awesome.
Penguins are cute.
Penguins are cute. Penguins are damn cute, but when they're, like, you know, overlord and controlling, maybe not so much. It looks like we are now going to be jumping into the game. Pistol round already underway as we see initiations coming on through from TPO. He's going to be able to shut down Mephi. That's going to be Wolfie opening up the fray. 5 versus 4 now already. With a minute and 30 left on the clock. TPO left at their own devices and able to push directly on towards the A site without any real issues.
Wolfie's got a second frame towards CT, trying to hold and trying to at least get something. TPO might just even get the bomb down sneakily as well. Lizdus, he's looking for something. Nothing will be given quite yet in frame. He will pick, but the timing isn't really at his favour. All these CT players so low on health. Carlos will get one, he'll get a second. Might even look for a third. It is Lizdus left towards CT. Hendo will at least knock him out. TPO get the pistol.
Yeah, fairly quick rounds. TPO, well, there was no utility from Undying. It just was a free-for-all for TPO. They were able to rush directly on towards the A site, basically uncontested. And yeah, I believe it was Wolfie. It was Wolfie who lurked all the way through jungle and was able to take out that single player and sort of sniper, just because there was no stacks. Speaking about stacks, we've seen 3 players just sprint in towards mid right now. Spray going to be coming on through more. They lined up. Oh dear lord, the pop flash from Hendo. Fantastic. Dobby's going to be able to take down Wolfie. A single frag coming on through for Undying, but that is all she wrote. Sned in 1 versus 4. A single frag would be nice right now, but it's not going to be enough. Kylus swaps on out to the P2K and is going to be able to shut down the final player of Undying. A second round game for TPO incredibly quickly. And the advantage very much going towards the T side. Of course, after Undying didn't pick up anything in the first or second rounds, looks like they've kind of planned for these losses, as they've been able to completely fall by in this next round, with the exception of head armor. But when going up against AKs, it's not needed.
Well, it's normally quite standard. If you lose pistol, you'll go for the eco and then have the weapons into round number 3. And it's going to be towards apartments, towards B, where TPO will be looking to at least acquire something. It is going to be Wolfie at least acting as entry, acting as the first man onto the site. Lizdus has to hold on. He's flash. The kills, well, they come out in favour of TPO. Wolfie and Arcus, they've done the work so far. Matthew, he's struggling. He might just burn away if he's not careful. One will at least go down towards B. Matthew is looking for something, but he's just trapped here. Undying, I'm not sure what they can do here.
Not much, in complete honesty. They are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yes, they have weapons. Yes, they've got fully automatics, but they're not going to be able to do much with them. Hendu is going to be the first one to fall at the hands of an Undying player, but is it going to be enough? The boost from Mefu now going to be dropped. Stray going to be coming off roof and Frame to shut down 3-star, but it's not going to be enough for them. Sned and Frame, of course, are going to be able to save the weapons that they have available, but that is going to be it. Sned not able to do much else.
1 kill at least, so a little bit of economic damage goes the way of TPO, but they've got a third. The money, it's so built up on Carlos at this point. Got the 1 frag in that round.
Lord, 3 stars on 8k. RK's on 9k, and Kylus, yep, 10k in the bank. To be honest with you, this is looking one-sided. Maybe Undying didn't like Mirage. Maybe that's why they didn't pick it. Maybe TPO kind of had their number in this sort of situation, because we're seeing pistols again from Undying. Of course, Frame was able to save the M4 in the previous round, but that right now is a god M4. They haven't stacked anyone up with him, though. He's literally inside a mid, running to fire. Straight up going on roof for 3-star. Sned and Mefu are going to be able to take him down, but it's not without the damage Wolfie dealt. Wolfie looking to be able to finish off 1, but it's not going to be enough. Spray going to be coming on through from Kylus. Some of the damage already dealt, and he take down both of the remaining players on towards the A site. 3 versus 2 now with Lizdus and Frame. They've done quite a lot of damage so far, and they've picked up a few weapons, but is it going to be enough for them to be able to continue the momentum and win this round? Lizdus gets shut down with the sudden that weapon.
Yeah, Frame. He obviously had the M4 save from last round. Not really much he can do in that round, but some economic damage done by the TPO onto the TPO side, as it were. An AWP comes out for C3 Star. AK's elsewhere. Undying, they'll be looking to respond in. You don't often see 2 AWPs on the CT side.
No.
Undying will be trying that on Mirage, at least. And for now, TPO, just a default. Lots of attention, lots of focus towards mid. C3 Star will take down Frame. There goes already one of the AWPs for the CT side.
Which is not great to see. One of your AWPs being shut down instantly in the round. I don't think Frame was able to click left mouse button before he got shut down by 3 Star. Mephi, he's looking to retaliate. He's looking to trade one back, and he is going to be able to. That's okay on the deck. Looking for, looking for 3 Star, but he panics. He tries to move away, but doubts himself and jiggles on back. Sned now, still the only player on the A site. Rotations are not there as of yet. They're still stacking 2 players up CT side on towards B, just in case. 3 Star looking to pick up another frag in this round. He's picked up 2 so far, and he's able to pick up a 3rd. Drop down to 9 HP. A single bullet can do it, and that's exactly what we're going to be seeing from Dobby. Shuts him down with the help of Lizardus. 3 versus 2 now. Bomb going to be planted on this bait towards, oh dear lord, the taps from Wolfie, towards the B site. And now Sned. And a 1 versus 3, it's not looking optimal. It looks like he's going to be saving the AWP, but that is going to be all she wrote in this round. A 5th round going to the way of TPO Esports, and well, if you're Undying, this is not what you want to see. Not how you want to start up the first half.
You're on that, already 1 map down, already looking nervous and having to go for so many saves early on. It's not that common, but they're obviously trying to hold on to the weapons, whatever they can would be something from the Undying point of view. The AWP might give them something, but the money's not really going to be there. There's 1 more kill at least. And
it's not going to affect. It's not going to affect TPO though, because we've got 2 players on 16k, the maximum you can have, and then the rest of the team above 8k each. It's an amazing position to be in, because even if Undying are able to win a few rounds back to back, TPO are going to be able to retaliate with full buys across the board. They're not going to have to worry about economy until later on in the round, and potentially even for the rest of the half if this momentum continues.
Well, towards B, trying to search TPO for an opening in this round. Frame, nothing towards mid for now. The CTs are actually going to stack in 4. Frame, what a shot that is to at least take down Kylus and give the CTs a man advantage. So many smokes used towards A, but it's towards B where TPO are trying to get some sort of entry. C3 Star, he's been deadly with that AWP so far, and he still wants to be deadly. He'll find a pick. Dobby needs that.
Whoa!
Can't do it against C3 Star. Great kills. And again, Undying looking really shaky.
Okay. So Dobby panicked, but 3 Star, I think, just no-scoped him and just took him down completely. The amazing strafe above his head, and then was just able to finish the job off. Lizardus going to be picking up the AWP, dropped from his teammate. But again, cutting their losses. They're leaving the 6th round to go to the way of TPO. The bomb's been planted, and while there is defuse kits available, it's not going to be enough. C3 Star, a 3rd kill in this round, and now Lizardus looking for an exit, and that's all it's going to be. Wolfie has to move, or he faces getting taken down by the bomb, but does he want to strafe into Lizardus' line of fire? 6-0 going to the way of TPO Esports, and Lizardus is so close to get taken down. All players from all sides strafing around, and they do take him down. Economy's looking a little bit better from Undying, but they call a timeout just so they can work out what on earth is going on at this stage.
And it's even hard just to try and dilate how it's really going down for them. Not looking too good. Anything which just TPO get, just they find the opening picks, it just shuts down any confidence which the CTs really had in that round. Like you said, they've got money in this round, so they will get out some weapons, but even on the gun rounds we've had so far, they've not been that convincing. They've not been looking that good. So, again, this will be another big test for Undying.
It seems like Undying is very much capitalising, or trying to capitalise at least, on the double AWP setup that they keep moving into. Mefu and Frame both keep picking it up. And while, yes, it can work, it hasn't worked in the past because one of the AWPers keeps getting shut down, for lack of a better term, outperformed by C3 Star.
Yeah.
He just keeps peeking these corners, knows where they're going to be hiding, and just takes them down. C3 Star, I believe, in the last round, got 3 frags just with the AWP, and then was able to help take down the final player as well, which a single player doing that much work on a squad is incredible to see. And it's basically ripping Undying apart. Mefu and Frame, they aren't going to be stacked up. We're going to be seeing Mefu inside of mid. He's looking to take down 3 Star, but he moves away just a couple of moments late. No peek from 3 Star inside of mid as of yet. Kylus, quite aggressive, doesn't check his left-hand side. Well, does, but a little bit too late. Takes too much damage. Dropped down to 12 HP, but picked up the frag during the interim.
He's scoped in on mid, and with the AWP, we get 1. Still looking for a second C3 Star. He's up close. He's got an AWP, and in fact, they're both going to miss the shots. Matthew really wants to know, so will eventually get it.
Hello.
Finally, a little bit of hope for Undying. Endo going to find 3 players to really make this happen, and there's some damage onto Frame. He's not going to commit to the kill for now, as Undying search and are most likely going to get their first round here.
It looks like it, unless Hendo can pull something magic out of the hat here. He's dealt a lot of damage to Frame. Mefu's obviously dropped down to 31 HP as well, so just a couple of bullets from Hendo could finish the job. The bait, just in case. He's jumped on through to mid, hasn't checked the close angle, and Dobby is going to get shut down. Sprays him out, but Mefu on the quick retaliation to shut him out. Undying secured themselves a first round and is moving to round number 8. Look at that. Great from Mefu. Shuts down 1 inside of mid, and then the panic coming on through from both players, and a lovely quick flick to be able to no-scope C3 Stars straight in the chest. So you do love to see it. And just that single play coming on through from Mefu kind of secured the match. Oh, secured the round for them. Still got a lot of work to do to be able to secure the match. Undying.
The money's just not that great, and Dobby is around 2. Okay, there's 1 back for Dobby. We'll be looking for an ace maybe to really get this round. Mefu behind the ace. RK against 2 more players at this point. He's got the first. He's looking for 4K in himself, and it's 2 AWPs, and he's got to get the bomb first.
Look where the bomb is. The bomb's on top of the... It's on top of the crate, so it's going to be really hard for him to get it without actually getting caught off guard. This is such a bad position for TPO to be in right now, because RK has the strafe to be able to get it. He's got to jump on top, he's got to reveal himself, but no one's watching it. What is going on from Undying? An amazing opportunity to be able to keep an eye on the bomb, and they're just not doing anything about it. The rotation is going to be coming on through from Frame, but too little too late maybe. Oh, no. Bomb is now going to be planted towards the A site, because RK has just been given a free pass to be able to grab it. That was such a interesting... Let's just call it that. It's interesting from Undying. You know you've dropped the bomb. You know it's in a very awkward spot. Maybe they didn't realise, but RK hasn't made any noise in a couple of moments, so maybe they think he's rotated.
Spots ahead of Frame, walking towards CT bomb. This time will be committed and will be planted in quite a default angle. RK, he's focused. He's expecting someone from ramp, but in fact it'll be in mid where Mefu is. There's some damage done. Oh!
Oh, hello.
Good shot.
Yeah, good night, RK. Mefu's going to be able to take him down in a round which looked like it was fairly easily going to the way of Undying. TPO almost brought it back. RK with some great positioning from himself, a lot of damage dealt, but unfortunately isn't able to finish out the round. Of course, again, like we were mentioning, even though Undying have kind of got this streak going on now, they've won the last 2 rounds back-to-back, TPO don't care. Look at the economy. They've still got money in the bank, more than enough to play with, and they've got full buys. 10k still on RK, 5k across the board from the rest of the players, with the exception of Wolfie on 6.
C3 Star wanting something more.
Punished.
Absolutely annihilated towards B Frame. Well, he wanted something. TPO, they are trying to respond. They're trying to get a trade kill. Good kill back, and Carlos, he's even found one as well. Ned is just going to look in and is just going to try and commit. Need to be careful. Hot Kylus, a little too strong. B site not quite open up yet. Mefu's the only one left here, really looking to find and at least get something. Don't think he'll be able to deny the bomb plant. And TPO, they might even push into window. Undying now have 2 in market.
Nate's going to be coming on through left, right and centre for both sides, but there's no one really to capitalise on it. Mefu's going for a no-scope to be able to shut down the rotating Kylus, but he's not going to be able to. A 4K for Kylus in this round. He's picked up a lovely one at the beginning, and in those last 3, taking the lead as the highest fragger in the entire game. 12-1-4.
TPO there. They're just in control of this game, really. Undone. We're not getting much from them, sadly. No response. And on pistols, really unlikely that we're going to be able to see much from here. Some economy damage is what the CCs will be at least looking for now. Okay, won't quite be getting any from TPO. They are just being a little bit capped, a little bit defensive. Hendo's going to be allowed the first at least. But being tagged down, RK will be gifted a second kill.
That was way too aggressive. Way, way too aggressive. You can't peek that angle multiple times, but you know you've got AKs on the other side. It's a 5 versus 2, Lizardus and Frame, both with Deagles in hand. They've both done fantastically well with these Deagles, especially on the first map of Inferno, but whether or not they're going to be able to move that over towards Mirage is another question. Starting to lose belief right now, but maybe these Deagle shots can come on through and or maybe help out. No one spotted by Frame as of yet. Damage has indeed been dealt, but nothing particularly substantial. 8-2 to TPO Esports as we move into round number 11.
And the money's pretty much there for the entire half for TPO at this point. They're all into 5 figures pretty much. C3 Star just drops down to below 10k. Undying, just a 1-up on the CT defense for now. They've got M4s on their side of things. TPO again a default. No one towards A for now. It will be again towards mid and towards B where the side will look to find something.
Well, you mentioned that again they're playing another default, but realistically, they have no reason not to. It hasn't been punished at this stage yet. They've only lost 2 rounds, and that was because they tried something different. So if the default's working, if it's not broke, don't fix it. As you can clearly see, Wolfie and Hendo are able to easily secure that B site. Frame is looking to be able to retaliate fairly quickly, but might be too little too late. Spray going to be coming on through from Hendo. A lot of damage dealt, and here comes your nade as well. While it bounces off the wall, it's not going to be connecting as of yet. Kylus picks up his second kill of the round, and now we're going to be seeing what I can only assume is another eco. Frame with the jump peaks, just in case. And oh, Kylus,
no.
This is so unfortunate. Spray coming on through. Looking to pick up his 4th, but he's going to get shut down. Flick coming on through from Frame. He's shut down 2 so far. Looking for the 3rd, and he's going to be able to do it. Could he win this round? Caster's curse.
Yeah.
I said it. I said it too soon.
Some more kills to at least pad his stats, but
that's
really?
all it is. It's just a padding of stats at this stage because it's an AWP. It's not much money after the frags. Yes, it's minor economic damage to TPO, but again, they've got too much money for it to be a hindrance. If they were maybe on the ropes a bit, then that would have been a fantastic performance coming on through from Frame. Don't get me wrong, there were some great shots, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really mean much.
TPO a little bit faster towards apartments this time. Oh! Goodbye, Dobby.
Ooh, okay.
Just annihilated. B site's pretty much theirs now.
Yeah, no, B site's lost. I don't think there's much else to really say about this round because C3 Star is going to be able to shut that down, and the Molotov is going to be able to span out anyone towards the B site. Deagle shot coming on through from Frame, and nothing to come of it. 10-2 to TPO Esports. Some fantastic shots from 3 Star. He's going to be incredibly happy with his performance in that AWP today.
Why is it TPO just so
Dominant?
Not only in R6, but in this as well.
I'm not too sure. I mean, again, as we mentioned, they were dominant online. They went 3-0. They didn't lose a game, and no one really came close to beating them.
Triple AWP set up for the CTs.
This is interesting.
They're trying something different. Why not?
I mean, you've kind of got to expense everything that you have at this stage because everything that they've been trying so far hasn't been working out. RK's going to be able to take down Frame. There goes one of your AWPs. Still do have 2 remaining, however. Sned's going to be able to retaliate, pick up that trade. C3 Star drop down to 15 HP as he gets tagged with one of the AWPs as well, but he's still going to be alive. 4 versus 4 now. Still not a terrible position for Undying, but TPO in a much more advantageous one. They do have a site to play with and not much defense to worry about. Lizardus and Sned, the last 2 remaining players holding on the site. Lizardus going to be holding Connector, while Sned looking to hold... Oh, dear Lord. Hold out Palace. He takes down Palace.
2 flashes out. Kylus looking for something from the Undying point of view. Maybe just a shot or something. And He is looking for damage. He wants to find Sned, but just a tiny bit of Saint Sned. He'll miss one. Kylos will at least take advantage, but there's one back from Matthew. Orping up on short. Lizardus. He'll be looking for something, but the smokes are there. They can't really deny the bomb plant. The spray is there. Matthew, there's a second at least. 3 versus 2 for Undying to work with.
And they're not going to check this angle. I think Hendu's going to be able to spread out at least one. He's potentially going to be able to take down a couple more as well. Mefu is going to now be the last guy remaining in a 3 versus 2 situation. Now a 1 versus 2. Unfortunate for Undying as an incredibly fragmented push. They don't push together. They don't check the angles that they need to. And the site completely falls to the way of the T's. No defense coming on through before that push. It was just Undying were holding back, waiting for them to push, allowing them to push onto the site, and then potentially looking for the retake. Maybe that's their playstyle. It seems it. But it hasn't been working out. They need to go for potentially a little bit more of an aggressive play, and that's exactly what we're going to be seeing now. Tyler's with the spray down now. However, he's picking up a couple of kills, picks up 2, but Mefu's going to be able to retaliate. Picks up the AK and is looking for more. Sned looking to be able to D down 3-star, but with the aggressive push with that AWP, is going to be able to shut him down. Mefu, close angle now, begins to spray, and, well, he punishes Hendu a little bit. Punishes that pre-spray, and Frame's going to be able to peek him out. 2 versus 3 now with a double AK in hand. And here comes 3-star. The AWP wonder child of this event so far. Looking to shut down one. He whiffs a shot. That's an interesting one. Doesn't miss the flick though. Looking for more, but he's not able to capitalise. Not as of yet, at least anyway. Deagle in hand, looking for one more. Mefu completely flashed. And now see 3-star. Could potentially go for the knife. He's quite close. He spots out the gun barrel, but isn't going to be able to do enough. Mefu drops the AWP, and he's going to be able to continue the engagement with this one-hit kill weapon. Bomb is planted towards the B site. Looking for more, looking for damage, and looking for a round. Gonna be able to potentially take down Wolfie, but he's not gonna be able to win it. Bomb is gonna go off, and Wolfie's looking for the frag, and he is gonna be able to do so. TPO Esports secure 13th round as Undying fall to the wayside.
Last round for Undying to really find anything on this defense, and it just really hasn't been that convincing, that great in general from them. It wasn't really going to be that convincing because this was TPO's map pick, but even on Mirage, even on what feels like such a commonly played map, they just haven't turned up, and it's very disappointing. Already a map down, already 12-2 down in this map.
In the first half as well, it's definitely not something you would expect to see. Mefu, however, is not going down by the fight. He's going to be able to open up this round by taking down Wolfie with that AWP available. Sned holding under rafters. Just in case someone peeks him out, Kyler spots out Dobby. Can't see the head right now though. Looking for more, but yet to be seen. Dobby, he's panicking, man. Jiggling all over the place.
Sned is going to be aggressive, and if TPO aren't careful, it could be a kill for the CT side. Sned does hear the noise of the footsteps in towards Palace, but he might just be too late. TPO, they have backed away. They have pretty much backed out of T-Spawn at this point, and I don't think the CT player will be allowed anything.
Sned very, very slow. Hasn't checked his... Oh, no, he has. Oh, okay. No need for slow methodicalness. He's just going to be able to spray down one of them. It's going to be Carlos. Hendo going to be able to retaliate fairly quickly. Bomb in a decent spot. Still holding towards the A site. Dobby ready and waiting with M4 in hand. Looking to shut down 3-star. 3-star with the AWP. Did he even peek that? Dear Lord. That was incredibly quick. Dobby going to get shut down. 3 versus 3 now. Lizard shuts down 3-star. Looking for at least one more as well as Arcade strafes on down towards Firebox. A little bit more damage. Grenade going to be deployed. And drops Lizard down to 22 HP. Okay. Looking for more. But right now looking for the plant. Not going to get tapped on through the box. Incredibly close, but not going to be enough. Hendu is going to be holding the cross. 2 versus 2 now. Undying need to push together. If they don't push together, they're going to lose the round. That's it. That's all it's going to come down to. Mefu, there we go. Frame, they're going to be pushing together. Frame's going to be trading on out now towards the M4. He needs a fully automatic, but now Hendu, it's his round to lose. Bomb still very much open. Spots Frame, sprays him down. Few seconds remaining on that bomb plant now. He just needs to play for time. He's sprayed down Mefu a little bit more, and he's looking for the kill, but it's not going to be enough. Mefu does indeed have the bomb diffuser, and he's going to be able to secure a 3rd round for Undying. 12-3 as we move on to round number 16 as we drop sides.
In the online stage, there was a game in which Undying were about 12-3, 11-4 down on Train.
That was Train. That was versus To Click to Kill, the very final one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't they win that?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Are we going the long haul again? Are we going to see a comeback come on through from Undying?
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be very nice to see. I mean, it would definitely extend the game more, and I feel like both sides, well, why not? Still play Dust 2. Be a laugh. Undying, of course, they want to ensure they take it to Dust 2. They want to go to that third map. They want to have the possibility of being able to take us all the way and move forwards to the finals. If TPO have their way, however, they're going to continue this momentum. They're going to continue the huge advantage that they've gained. They only need 4 rounds. That's it. They can win the pistol, and they basically won the game. They win the pistol, they win the next 3 rounds due to just how the economy works. And then all they have to do is pick up a single one.
Pistol round, yeah, it's a must-win from Undying's point of view. If they don't win it, they're out of the tournament.
They're basically out at this stage. TPO at 12, Undying at 3. And with the basic pistols across the entire board, with the exception of Mefu, who's decided to go for the P250, this is going to be an equal round. Armor across the board for TPO, with the exception of RK, who's decided to pick up the smoke and diffuser. 3-star, he shouldn't be allowed to get this deep. He's going to be able to rotate, and he's going to potentially be able to take down the rotating players inside of mid. Who's that? Is that RK inside of window right now? Yeah, it is, and he's strafing round towards a CT spawn. 3 players stacked in underpass. This can go incredibly badly. Haven't been punished for it as of yet, though. Now here comes the push. Kylus going to be dropped down to 87 HP. He's safe for now, but how much longer can that be said?
C3-star still from behind, still looking for something at least. Frame Wolfie will be able to at least trade out some more kills, and C3-star really wants something. He's struggling. TPO, they've got the man disadvantage, and oh no, if he gets something, this could be it. C3-star gets 1. There's no communication whatsoever coming out from Undying's point of view. Wolfie will get at least something. But in the end, Lizardus has to get 2, and they're going to even just
It's on the head of Lizardus. He needs to do this. He needs to be able to take down at least 1. He's not going to be able to do so. There is no diffuser, but there's more than enough time. TPO Esports, it was looking like an incredibly rough round, but they are able to do it. They're able to secure that 13th round or win the pistol, but with the bomb being planted and with the amount of kills that Undying got, they can buy SMGs. And I feel like they need to, right? They need to force into this round. They can't just leave it to the wayside. They can't go for pistols. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing the double SMG setup in the form of Sned and Dobby, both with Mac 10s. Galil picked up by Mefu. Lizardus on his trusty Deagle and an AK for Frame. Of course, no armor, but it puts him in a pretty decent spot nevertheless. A lot of damage can be dealt by this, but not if Kylus has anything to say. With grenades deployed, and he's dealt tons of damage. UMP in hand, he's spraying down all of them with the help of 3-star. This round is all but over. He's picked up 4 so far. He's looking for the 5th, and he's going to be able to get it. The ace clutch for the 14th round for TPO Esports. 3-star picks up all 5.
Well, Undying, I don't know what more they can do at this point to really stay in this series, in this semi-final. They're almost out of it. They're going to force into it. They had to get that round, and I was going to say they really had to be careful with that AK on Frame. Maybe if he even dropped it to someone who had armor, but it just wasn't to be. Undying, they're going to push. They're going to work with mid. They're going to look for something. It's an M4 they go up against on these upgraded pistols. And C3-star 1, Framelessness. They found kills back at least.
Okay.
Goodbye, okay.
Maybe TPO are getting a little bit lax. I might have to eat my words. It looks like as Wolfie's completely on point. He's sprayed down the bomb holder, and that is all that's needed. Hendo's shut down another as well, and now we're in a 2 versus 2. Not the most advantageous health position for both of these 2 TPO players. Moofy, close angle. Oh, but what a peek from Wolfie. No one checks that angle, and he's got some form of inkling to be able to take him down. Lizardus going to begin his spray. He's going to be able to deal a lot of damage to the walls surrounding TPO, but none to the players. The final round potentially is moving to match and series point for TPO Esports.
Can we look at just what C3-star just brought?
I mean, he's got 22 kills. I'm not surprised he's bought himself an auto sniper. Does he just run down mid and get all 5 kills in this round?
I was going to say, imagine if he just gets an ace with the auto.
This would be fantastic. It would suck to see from an Undying point of view, but it would be amazing to see on our end. Here comes 3-star. He's ready and waiting. He isn't able to get a single frag. That's surprising. Spray going to be coming on free from RK. He's going to be able to shut down one, and Wolfie picks up one of his own as well with a fire. Tap's going to be coming on free from Lizardus. Not going to be enough. 4 versus 2 now. Mephi and Frame. They've got to do something here. Spray coming on free from Frame. It's not enough. And now Mephi, 28 HP in a dream. 7 HP after picking up a single frag. 1 versus 3 now. He's got to do something. Bomb is dropped on stairs towards the A site. And Mephi's got 1 minute and 15 left. A single bullet will do it from any player of TPO.
This could be it. TPO, they've looked so strong in the entire series on Inferno. They look strong. Undying, well, they turned up, but on now Mirage, it just hasn't been successful. It really hasn't been that great. Matthew, he'll send a Molotov up towards short, a smoke onto the A site just to try and give him a little bit of cover, but it's not going to be enough. TPO, they surely have to go. A peek towards Palace, towards Kyle, isn't going to be successful, and
there it is.
He is going to fall.
Wolfie is going to be able to hit Mephi through the wall, and that is it. TPO Esports secure the second map of this best of 3, and they secure themselves the first place in the final. Let's have a look at some of the replays from that map. Commiserations to Undying, of course, but they did have some nice plays coming on through. I do feel like most of these plays are going to be directed towards TPO, though, of course, they were the better side, and they did, of course, win that great strafe coming on through from 3-star after picking up that first kill, and then no scope to take down a second of his own as well. What could have Undying done better there, Louis?
Again, just it felt like trade kills were somewhat lacking. Just they weren't really being that flexible to how TPO were playing. There was no sort of reaction after sort of getting a kill. There was no sort of rotations, or they weren't that visible in some respects. It felt like they just weren't that coordinated around how their opponents were playing. They weren't countering how TPO approached it, and that's where I feel Undying could have been a little bit better. Even some trade kills would have been something just to try and keep the levels or sort of a level playing field. Exactly.
It very much was one-sided, it felt like, just because they weren't playing off the back of each other. Of course, we see C3star's great ace to be able to shut down the aggressive MGs, but nevertheless, it is TPO Esports who go towards the final. Undying, unfortunately for them, they are out. Commiserations to them. They did a great job of getting here and did a good job at almost winning Inferno as well, but not enough, unfortunately, for them. Commiserations. I know they're going to be upset, but they've, like I said, done a great job at even getting here. Looks like we are going to be throwing it over to Ali now, as he's going to interview one of our TPO players. To you, Ali.
Thank you, guys. Absolutely smashing. That was crazy stuff there towards the end. So, Craig here from TPO. In the finals, the grand finals for the second year running, these guys are the retaining champions. Craig, C3star, how do you feel about that?
Oh, we're ecstatic. We're actually a wee bit surprised in the first map. They played really well. Took us by surprise, so we had to get our act together for the second map, which we did, so pretty chuffed about that. But props to them, because we didn't expect it to be that close, even in the first map, so well done to them as well.
So Undying came out really strong in that first game. There's a few comebacks on the go. Was there any point where you guys really had to kind of dial it in? Did you have any words amongst you, anything said that maybe pulled it back?
There was just a couple of rounds where we just decided to kind of go slower, and instead of us making plays, we just tried to read where they are and go where the weakness was, kind of thing. Basically, we actually got a wee bit lucky at the last round there. The youngster, Wolfie, got an ace to win the game, win the map, the first map, so well done to him.
Superb. Now, obviously, the next part is tomorrow at the grand finals. Do you think you guys have what it takes to retain the title for 2 years running?
Oh, most definitely. We're looking to be known, as always, as the best team in Scotland, so hopefully we win tomorrow and we can reclaim that crown.
So, guys, TPO, the CS team absolutely dominating. The season's been on fire for them so far, so it is looking good. Who would you least like to come across tomorrow in the grand final?
I'm not really fussed who we come against, to be honest, but I would really like a wee match against 4D because our ex-teammate is playing with them, so that would be really fun.
Yeah, sounds good. Now, plans for tonight. Is there a few beers involved, or is it straight back to the drawing room, get the strats ready for tomorrow? Is that the plan, or is it the few beers?
Straight back to a few of the boys will be going back to my house. We'll not be drinking any beers tonight, but we'll be just chilling out, spending some team bonding time together. It's something that not a lot of teams get to do, so spend as much time together while we can, because our in-game leader Arky's over for Holland. He's only here till Monday, so we'll just spend time and bond, basically.
Superb. Well, you heard it here, guys. Absolutely smashing. Well done, man.